Hey everybody, this is Ken here. We are on part 3 of our every Tuesday series cash game. And I'm joined today by Pat, who was here last time.
What's up?
And we have a new one. Brian, are we going to call you Brian or Beverly the whole time? In the screen, you're Beverly.
I think we should just go with Beverly.
Yeah,
That's what you normally call me anyways.
I call you many things. Some of them we can't say on the TV here. But yeah, we just finished up where we ended off last week. So I think you guys are playing that game again. What's that game called?
Lot and Things.
Lot and Things. I still don't know how to play that. One guy guesses, everybody else.
So
you run it down again.
I think we don't play officially the correct way.
Is there official?
Well, like normally you play with a bidding system, but we play where we just write down a number.
I hate to interrupt you.
Party.
However,
yes.
Pat only plays 3 hands every hour and a half, so this is one of them. So we're gonna have to.
go.
He raised. He open raised. Jack 10.
And we take it down.
Obviously, because you have such a table image of. You should have just showed the Jack 10 there and been like
$17.
$17. And Pat is now officially only down $12. So lot and things.
Math is tough sometimes.
It is hard. This is why Brandon comes. I don't do math. Lot of things you do. So explain again.
So it'd be like
If me and Brian were playing.
So Loudon is some guy's last name. So it's like what KJ thinks. So
Right.
Pat and I have a prop bet, let's say for $1.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bet on what you think, how many hairs are on Pat's head. So
So it doesn't actually matter what the answer is,
Correct.
or the correct answer.
Correct.
It's whatever you think I'm going to say.
correct, and whoever's closest.
All right. So like, how many people does Wrigley Field hold?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the interesting one here was
Yeah, this.
how many hairs is on a human head, average human head?
Wow, my hair. That's a tough question. You guys, Brian's got normal hair.
I forget what the guy
Pat,
said.
what does your hair look like?
Wearing a hat.
You are wearing a hat.
I mean, he guessed something really small or really. He was way off.
Way off.
I think it was like 96,000 or something.
What's the actual answer?
I think that's what it is.
You
Like
Googled
that.
it,
Yeah,
it's
we
96.
wanted to know the actual answer.
All right, so we are going. They are doing a bomb pot, which kind of
Double board.
Yeah, it's fun, but the problem with double board bomb pots is the table will not read 2 different boards.
Although I do remember this hand.
Oh, fire it up.
All right, so
So how much was the bomb pot? $20 a person?
15. Tom has 6 deuce, and one of the boards is like 6, 6, 10.
So he's
He's got trips on one board and 6 high on the other board.
nice.
So he's thinking he's got half
The pot, because you split it. One guy wins top board, one guy wins bottom board. You could scoop if you happen to win both, but it's really difficult to win both.
And this is Ryan, or
Ryan, I think Ryan.
Okay, Ryan.
Who just gets beat up the whole
Ryan
time.
has 6, 10.
So he flopped the full
So
house.
he flopped the full house, and he has 10 high on the other board.
Oh, nice.
So
Scoop! He's scooping!
So I mean, yeah, Tom gets in a lot of trouble here, which just nothing you can really do, because they're both playing for the same board.
It's surprising because Tom's taking such great care in paying attention to the game by getting a massage for the last 3 hours, and I don't think he's ever left his phone.
No.
So there's a bet and a raise?
I mean, it was a big pot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
It looks
Ryan gets
juicy.
it all in. What you got to do, you got half the pot locked up, basically.
Yeah, you just keep firing, and you hope you get quartered. What's a quarter, Brian? When you're doing a split pot?
You
Come
chop. So it'd be like you chop just the top board.
Right.
75%.
You're expecting to get the low or the high or whatever it is, right? You end up, the guy gets half of the low and all of the high, means you get 1/4 of the pot, which sucks. No help on the river.
No.
So
literally,
Ryan is winning with a 10 high on the bottom board.
yeah, literally the
a
bottom
full
board,
house on
they
the
have
top.
nothing. So Tom's just hoping he wins the top board, gets half the pot, which he has trips on, which, is pretty good, but not good enough.
Not good enough. Who went all in?
Ryan went all in, and now Tom's debating, texting his buddy, should I call here?
We can see Brian on screen here.
Ooh, Beverly, right corner.
Trips. No good. I want to hear the 10 high on the bottom.
No, you win the first one. 10 high, you just got a boat on the bottom. You scoop it up.
Okay, so he wins with a 10 high on top.
He thought it was a chop, too.
Oh, for sure.
But he
Tom just couldn't connect with anything.
But what's nice about the double boards is
There's two.
yes, there's two, but so there's more playability and people. So in single
could
board,
bluff, you
people
could
just
bluff.
assume people kind of have.
You have one side or the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
And if you figure your flush is good up top and you don't
Yeah.
care about the other one because
Yeah.
you're hoping there's a third person in there and you're just chopping his money up. Well, that's good. All right, we got a little dealer change here. Let's see. Any new players? I mean, there shouldn't be, right?
I don't think so.
John still hasn't played anything in the 2-seat. Pat never plays anyways. Tom just took a beating. Joe's a new player. He's been splashing around a little bit. Nash looks to be in a daze. Ryan can't believe he just won that whole pot. I don't know the other guy is in the
He's the hoodie glasses
guy. We haven't seen him very
No,
long.
he just got to the game.
And Brian, who is our most winningest pot ever. You had the largest pot. What was it, like $2,200 or something?
I think so.
It was gross. It was gross.
Well,
Just hit the miracle card against
turning the
Michael.
nuts is always, you know,
Yeah,
So-
it's always good.
Just
There's
everybody,
me
yeah, I was
doing
gonna say
some
everybody knows when you're on the TV table, we can clearly see Pat's phone. Thank God he's only looking at his calculator.
Yeah, I
He's
wonder
probably
why-
trying to figure out his hourly,
I don't know why I have the calculator up. We're gonna see.
right?
It's
No,
zero.
you must have been doing something with
I
that
think it's
Laden game.
yeah. it's
Yeah.
running
Oh,
down
this
the
is
line.
this is how I entered my answer. We
Uh-oh.
all put it on our calculator and then
because
show.
it's a poker table. You can't really take people's word.
Oh no,
for
they
it.
all lie.
Yeah,
John still no
Brian,
good.
did you just fold Ace Queen?
I don't think so.
I can't imagine he folded.
I mean, it said your
could-
cards were Ace Queen.
Could we rewind?
No,
I
no.
No, we can't. Well, we could rewind, but then we have to stop and go back.
I'm pretty
not
sure you
doing
folded
that.
Ace Queen, but we'll
Maybe
just
you weren't
we'll
paying
just
attention.
assume, yeah, we'll just assume you didn't do that.
Big $7 pot here. Ooh, 6-10 for Ryan, which seems to be his favorite hand. This is 2 hands in a row that Ryan's had 6-10. Oh, I know what it is.
Something's
He's still got it on the last hand.
okay. I was gonna say, Brian, you ain't folding.
I
You had
don't.
ace queen during the bomb pot,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
which I think an ace came on the.
Yeah, you had like
You would have had.
you had one.
You would have got
pair.
half the pot.
You had one pair.
You'd have had half the pot on the top board because I think it was an ace in the river.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Correct.
I saw.
Correct.
So yeah, this
And
is why the
could've-
bomb pots go a little crazy on the table. They are more fun to do the double boards versus single board.
All right, I remember this Laden things though. It was how long do you think the Mississippi River is
In miles?
in miles?
Wow.
You went to Mississippi State.
Yeah, I did go to Mississippi State, so I should know. Well, I know it's like 600 miles from Chicago to Mississippi State.
Well, that's good information.
It's good
to know.
information. So that's Chicago to like pretty far down. It's probably at most 100 miles to the coast from, I don't even think it's that far, probably 50 miles to the coast. So that's like 700. And then how far is it to Canada from Chicago?
Yeah, it starts in like northern Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
which is like 9 hours. It's got to be the same. If I had a guess, I would say like 1,400 miles.
The correct answer is 2,300 miles.
Get out. Wait, does that include like all the twisty curvy
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Okay, but like as the crow
Here to go.
flies.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm just that's what I'm gonna guess.
So we got a raise here from Joe. Nash calls button, 10-8 off.
He was in the mix.
Nash, Nash took over Michael's role of like the wild man.
Yeah.
10-8 offs, you know, reasonable from a
Al's
Cut off. Over.
cut off open.
checking. I don't think there was a raise, was there?
Yeah, Joe
fi-
raised.
Joe raised
Joe
to
raises
15.
now. They all limped, and then Nash. Okay, so we're just backing up the action here. There we go. I was trying to figure out what happened there.
And then Nash calls with the 10 high.
Yeah, what
Flush
is?
draw.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's all right, I guess.
He's 4 flushing it.
So if it he bet.
Yeah, he bet 55, and it looked like
Joe takes it down.
finally gets rid of it.
So I think the question is, if he goes check, and the river's a brick not a diamond, is he firing?
Yes, he's got 10
yeah,
high.
right, but a lot
Or
of
give up.
Yeah, a lot of people just kind of give up.
Beverly, 3.5K.
Yeah, so I
Are
think
you the
that
chip leader there?
that is an
there's a
error.
thing?
Yeah,
I think
no
I
way
only
you
have
have-
2.5K. Right, you can see I only have 3 stacks.
I was going to say, how'd you get another 1,000?
of green. And,
You topped off after that big bet, or
Yeah.
after that big pot. Let's see how much Pat has.
I have like 480. I'm still down by $12.
$12.
Or whatever, $22.
Looks like it might rain today.
Yeah, it's supposed to. That's
When am I
why
gonna
that's
play
why you
golf?
got me here.
You were going to go play golf or go fishing?
I was either gonna go.
My brother and I and my dad and my brother-in-law, Ryan, which you guys know. I don't tell everybody that he's my brother-in-law.
Okay.
I guess I just did. And we're going to go down to some place in Peoria to go fishing.
Nice.
I don't know what it's called. Bird picked the place.
Nice.
It's supposed to be cool.
Last time, after I came here last week, I actually went fishing right down the street.
Did you catch anything?
Of course.
Wow, you're good.
I do offer fishing
some
guide
fake news.
services.
Oh, nice. And a little plug for Pat.
Yeah.
Pat, the fishing guide. All right, looks like Tom raised. Tom raised this time with ace 10 off.
Joe Collins.
Brian, I
dominated.
love the 3-6 play here. Beverly just mixing it up.
I like to mix it up. I think Pat probably hates it.
No, Pat might call there. Pat, do you call ever in that spot?
You're in the big blind, so I'm.
It was only
probably
$15.
calling. I'm calling.
Into a 4-way pot.
And
Flop
squadoosh,
garbage.
your favorite word.
Flop garbage. Oh yeah, I mentioned last week that squadoosh is one of my favorite words. What'd you win? Squadoosh. My kids are always trying to get candy from me. Can I have cookies for breakfast? He's like, no, you get squadoosh.
Brian with the float here.
What do you bet?
He bet 50. Tom bet 50. Beverly calls. Oh, Brian, gin card.
Ooh, gin. I love the gin card move too. Now you needed to turn a draw and you did.
I did, but
Can you follow it up? You check.
King does, if he doesn't have an ace, does help
Him.
his range.
I agree. So are we just calling or are we raising here?
He just calls.
Okay.
Now, what's your plan right now if you brick the river? Which you don't,
Well,
obviously.
Why would you
I'm a
pick?
luck box.
Obviously. Do you check
And
into
then he
him?
checks it.
I think it goes check.
It goes check. I don't
I'm a
mind.
little upset.
I don't mind check raising the turn.
Yeah, were you going to? Because what does Brandon always say? Oh, folks, Brandon's not coming today because he's always late. So I've banned him from commentary for 2 weeks.
Raising gives you 2 chances to win.
Raising with a flush draw gives you 2 chances to win, or you lose more chips when you brick.
All right,
so I mean that's fine.
Beverly has 2.7K just to be.
Just to fix it up.
Yeah.
Tom's really floating where he started.
Yeah.
Al is the new guy. He must have bought in for that. Ryan just doubled up through Tom, so that's good. Everybody else basically bought their chips. Besides Beverly,
I
everybody's
think-
really bought
yeah.
their chips.
I think Al's in for I don't think he's in for 1.1. I think he's probably in for 800.
Yeah.
Won a
think
little
eight-
pot early.
yeah.
I think he did win a pot early. Pretty busy event behind us there, though, huh? This was a good day, I remember. This is like St. Patrick's Day weekend, too, which is nutty. Joe just limping in with the ace rag suited. Do we talk about ace rag suited, or was that with Chris?
I don't know.
I use a lot of old terms still.
You asked me what I think rag was, I think.
Oh yeah, ace rag. What does ace
Like,
rag
what
mean to you?
constitutes-
So I think a bad ace probably unsuited, but you know,
I
so
see
like
ace-
ace deuce through like ace.
Like
seven
clearly
was-
ace jack, which
Yeah.
you just folded. Is that a possibility? Did you just fold ace jack there?
Well, so I did.
Because there's an open and you don't want to be caught in the middle?
And they call me the nip.
Yeah, no kidding. You're like the Nip
So-
brothers. This is great.
Al makes he's representing a pretty strong hand.
I mean, he bet 40.
Raising
Pretty
to
big.
40 after a limp. The game has been playing a little bit, but
It has been
ace
playing
jack
bigger.
off is kind of in a
Kind of a sweet, sexy flop
a limbo
for Al.
spot.
Flops middle pair. Joe flops bottom pair. Nobody's got any flushes here.
Apparently Nash is in too. Looks like, right?
Yeah,
He's got
definitely has
cards. Chris, we're going to have to talk about this later with your production.
Yeah.
Either way, Al wins.
On a note of production, it'd be nice when people fold if there could be, a 2-second delay. See what they folded instead of.
Oh yeah, he goes fast sometimes. I try not to do that. Did you guys see how many people we got in that main event?
Quite a few.
No.
So today's what? April 1st?
won it?
April 2nd. So they got down to 3 ways, and they were at like 40% in chips, 30%, 30%, right?
Was
Does
Jason
that make
one of
sense?
those people?
No, Jason got 5th. He put on a pretty heavy bluff. You can watch that final table down from like 6 to 3. It's like an hour and change. Yeah, no, that's maybe about 2 hours. He kind of, I don't know, he played really good and then bricked off on one.
Here's Joe's got a real
Yeah.
hand here. Jacks.
But no, they ended up doing an ICM chop. It was like 12:40. They were ready to go home. They started at 1 o'clock. They've been playing
Yeah.
for 12 hours.
After maybe playing
And I
the day
kind of
before
cut him off on
that.
breaks at the end because I was like, we're getting close. We should just keep playing through. Nesh with an ace rag suited.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely.
But we
ace
said
rag.
ace 7's a rag to you.
Yeah.
Ace 9 is a rag still?
I like.
Because you can't make a straight. It's got to be a rag, right?
Ace 5 suited and under is not a rag for me. I
Because
like
you can
those
wheel
things.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ace 5 suited, the GTO nuts.
Yeah.
GTO.
You get, it's
Game
great.
theory optimal.
Yeah,
I know what that would mean.
It's a great hand to get in the 5 bet.
I found myself 5 betting for the first time ever
No
with
way!
ace 5 suited.
Even better. What was the flop? Well, here's
Well, the guy had aces.
here's a pretty sweet flop for
Joe.
Joe's jacks. Yeah, especially when he's playing against
And he'll probably get
multiple
paid
aces.
off
You think so?
Ryan has a 9.
So
top
what, he
pair.
No,
bet
Ryan's a little.
65.
Oh,
He's a
and he
little too
folds.
tight for that. Yeah, I don't think he's going for that one.
I think you got to call one time.
I kind of am surprised that he didn't call once because he had clubs too, right? There was one club in
There's
the
one
flop.
club. He's
So,
got
I mean, you
top
could turn a
pair.
club, turn an ace, turn a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, seems like a lot. I guess if you just put the guy in an overpair, you fold.
But he bet less. Even if he's betting pot there, still think when you flop that well, you have to call.
Top
right?
pair with a backdoor flush draw,
What- I don't-
ace kicker.
Like, what else are you calling pre-flop
Yeah.
for?
That's what I love to ask people. What are you looking for short of top pair?
I like a 9 better than an ace there, because
Yeah. Oh,
ace, you probably outkick 9. at
Yeah,
least.
you're worried about ace king, ace
Yeah.
king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. Any of the aces above ace 9?
And speaking of that, that's where I think a lot of people get when they get tilted by other players. It's oh, how could he get me with this garbage hand? It's like, well, once he plays that,
Yeah.
it flops a little bit. Like
He's not gonna fold.
you're not gonna fold.
I got a mystery hand here.
I love the mystery hand. Tom had to have been a blind, right? Oh yeah, big blind.
Yeah.
That's the BB folks next to it.
And I'm a small blind with the mystery hand.
Do you remember what you had?
Nope.
Let's see, king 9 8. Nah, nobody really flopped anything. Ryan
here
flopped
with
the king.
I'm here with the gutter.
And you gonna call it out for a jack ball on the turn?
Of course.
Oh yeah, $20. Turn a jack. Nope,
Nope.
7.
Turned open under, though.
It's a skip. Oh, that is an open ender.
But
So that's-
Ryan turned a flush draw.
I'm gonna say I raise here.
Let's find out. So it's a bet of 40 and a. You're gonna claim you're gonna raise. Well, you're counting out chips.
Yeah.
Looks like a call.
Like
Because that
call,
would be a
but-
string bet if you didn't. Did you turn anything? Ace. Scary ace, though. You might be able to get rid of it, right?
If he checks, you're probably. He
Nah,
doesn't check,
he's
but-
going to continue. All right, he bet 60? 55.
I bet a lot of unders in football.
Who bets unders in football? Nobody! Everybody bets the home team and the over.
Well, this
Like,
is
literally, that's it.
Life's too short to bet unders.
Who the hell roots for an? It's like saying, I'm going to bet on a perfect game because there's nothing worse in baseball than a guy throwing a no-hitter.
Yeah.
It's the most boring thing in the world.
I was at the horseshoe the other day. Guy goes, "Hey, look, Sox pitcher has a no-hitter going to the 7th." First batter, I turned my head. He rips a double.
So clearly you're a Cubs fan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Brian?
I'm a White Sox fan.
Good. Two Sox fans and a Cubs fan.
Pat
here.
likes to pick, whatever is hot at the moment. He likes to.
Oh, you're a Dave Matthews Band kind of
No,
guy.
I told you I don't
Pat
like
like,
Dave Matthews.
do you like Dave Matthews Band?
I do not.
Come on.
I really don't. We
Really?
had this conversation last
Yeah,
time.
I don't like
They're
Dave
like one of the
Matthews
most
Band. I
band.
don't like the Cubs. It's not that I dislike the Cubs. It's just it's a cool thing now. I like the Cubs. You know what else the Cubs are like? Freaking microbrew beer. It's like, oh, I'm really into zombie dust right now.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I don't do that. When I go to a bar, I order a Coors Light, a Miller Light.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a
I
Coors
don't
Light
drink
or
a whole lot. Yeah.
Well, when we see him, he's at work.
Well, that's true too. And I don't drink at work, but I don't drink a ton at all in general. My wife can really tell when I stay at home with my girls, and I have a son now too, so I guess I should say my kids. I stay home with my kids on Thursday, and sometimes she'll come home and like I've already put them to bed, and that's her day off, right? She gets to goof off, do her thing, and I'll already be drinking at like 7:30, and she's like, "Ooh, must have
One of
been a
those
rough
days.
day, huh?" I was like, "Yep." Or I'll text her, "Hey, can you please bring home some Jack Daniels because I'm out," which is always a tough one. But that is definitely my drink of choice. Queen Deuce, Brian?
Israeli Ron.
You know, I
That's
could,
his name? Oh, that's the yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy who
blanket.
plays Queen Deuce.
I was so surprised John pulled a 10.
A lot of garbage here. Uh-oh!
So I think
Only Ryan gets like the nut hand
Yeah.
and garbage. Nobody else has got anything.
I think Ryan was the one that raised.
so. Did he raise?
Ryan raised to
Or
20.
did
Yeah.
he?
Yep. And
It says
John
third
called.
blind, so he did,
There must have been a straddle.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way there's a third.
That's a big error, not 3-betting king.
Because he checked it, right?
Yeah.
It must have been a $20 straddle because there was $60 in the pot. Yeah. I mean,
Or just,
logically.
Or he limp called John's open.
Then he bets 35 with an ace on the board, which I kind of dig. Ooh, shitty turn.
gonna bet again.
Open-ended, still afraid of the ace.
John's just gonna call.
And John, in all honesty, we know him as kind of a little bit of a wilder player,
So,
right?
Yeah. So I
Loose aggressive,
yeah.
but like in this
Yeah.
game, he has not repped that because he
Correct.
literally been getting
Yeah.
garbage.
I liked the flop bet with king because of what you just said, that John can be very loose.
Well, you would
and
figure
that he
somebody would
doesn't-
raise with an
yeah.
ace, right? And then you bet it out and you get called. Like you figure you might be able to get him off of it, even if they had a baby ace. Ooh, baby ace! I like saying
Look
that
at
too.
John's at the bottom for aggression frequency.
Which is literally the opposite.
He's a nit.
In 2-5, he's a nit. He's a nit 2-5er.
Sometimes when the
A
stakes get
crazy man at 1-3, super nit at 2-5.
Sometimes when the stakes just get a little bigger, people.
Yeah, I mean that
they just don't
happens.
have the
People
roll.
get nervous. Hand number 111 in this 4-part series. We're gonna finish it next week, just so everybody knows. That'll be the end of the commentary, and then we'll do the we'll probably do the main event from this past weekend.
Nice.
That'll be a good one.
For the next week's episode, I would say watch till the end. There's some big hands.
Big hands
in the
towards
last-
the end.
Brian
20
goes,
minutes.
let's just say money fluctuates by 2,000, one way or the other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't tell us which way, because I don't want to spoil the finale. Season
just say-
finale of the 2-5
Let's just say
casting.
the ending was great.
Nice. Well, hopefully it came out on the good side. I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
We'll find out. We're gonna find out. All right, under the
I'm
gun,
under the gun.
Mr. Beverly.
What do I got here? 7-7. This got to be an open.
What do you do with sevens here?
Not a raise.
Little raise, 20,
Yeah, I like to keep my open to
15 to 20 to 25,
I try to pick one or the other depending on
15 or 20.
how the
yeah,
game.
how the game's playing.
I would agree 20 is okay here. I think
mean-
15's fine.
Yeah, I mean, either. I don't think it's a
I
huge
just think you
difference
gotta
either
stick
way.
to one. I think
Yeah.
you just gotta stick to one.
So now it looks like a 3-bet from Tom.
Yeah, when he would come into a pot, he'd almost always open or 3-bet. He didn't do a lot
Really?
of flatting,
Yeah.
which
That
you'll
is not
see.
something I have noticed, and I've only watched 3 hours of this so far.
When you
Obviously, you call with the
Yeah.
sevens, right? I mean,
Oh, folds.
no.
Ryan is getting to be a
too
nit.
much.
I don't
Too
mind
much
folding.
respect.
You're just hoping you hit this.
But
I mean, you guys.
I just want to keep the streak alive.
You guys are super
I don't
deep.
mind the call to try to set mine a little bit. Boom, set mine.
His favorite
Used it
term.
again. It's my new favorite poker term. I learned that with Brandon on week number 1. I like it. John's talking to Pat, telling him what the name of the game is. Brian's trying to get in the conversation, but you're kind of no man's land over there. Your friends are all on the other side of the table. You're over here. It's like the kid who came late at the cafeteria, right? All your friends sat down at the lunch table, and you're like, yeah, that was super funny, Billy.
I just want to hang out with the cool kids.
Right, yeah, the cool kids apparently are on the other side. Oh, Pat! 6s versus 8s.
I probably lose.
No, I have confidence that you're going to win this one. Nesh is probably going to call you at like a jack 5 and
Yeah, probably it's a jack.
drill a jack on the flop. Lots of mystery hands here. Ooh,
Now
speaking
with
of
jacks,
jacks,
and he just
ooh,
calls.
I love that.
I don't like that.
You don't like it because you have 8s, but
He
do
should
you like
just-
it if you
Well, he's just
No,
letting
be
all
a
these,
third party,
all these
Pat,
other
be on the
cards.
outside.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
You're worried about a guy
Jack-
having aces, kings, or queens?
yeah,
No.
I think it's pretty.
What happens
It's
with
pretty
this?
terrible, right? You're out of position. You're gonna not only so he has 11%. Just oh no.
I do remember
That's
this
now,
hand.
but
I do remember this
You do
hand.
remember Sin?
Okay, this is
So
a
you're
good
thinking
hand.
jacks need to 3-bet there?
Yeah,
3 or
'cause
4-bet.
Ace.
You just
Narrow it down.
You have to deny the equity, even junk hands like ace-6
Because the
off
problem
your
is,
hand.
if the flop is under jacks, then you're worried about some guy with 8-9 who
Yeah.
flopped 2 pair. And if the flop's got an ace, king, or queen on it, now you're worried that your jacks are no good. So you really got to thin it out.
John flops top set.
And
I have an overpair. He bet 50.
Did
I
Al
call
just fold
nuts.
his jacks?
Yeah, and Al folds his jack correctly.
You have a gutter as well.
Yeah, I do have a guy. This is a terrible card from my hand.
So you're out.
I'm out.
Do you remember what Nash had?
Yeah, I do.
You're not going to tell us?
We're gonna find out.
three on the river for
I think it's
straight on the board?
I think he called with like
What's your chips for?
king
Spades,
3,
Yes, that sounds correct.
king 3 or something.
And then he thought about it for a little
And
bit.
then then he was.
What was he thinking about?
I guess he was just wondering how much money was in the pot or something. I don't know.
John's got 3 outs. Or I'm sorry, 10 outs. I was looking at the number 3 when I said 3 outs.
And
Wow, a 5, a 4, or a deuce, or a 6. That's it, huh?
That does not come if I.
Well,
do
don't ruin
remember
for the
correctly.
folks at home. We don't know what's coming.
Oh, he does have king 3. I was right. My memory is so
Good
good.
job. 8 ball.
And I turn a river set. No good.
That sucks. What a needle to yourself, you know?
I mean, it's fine.
But even that eight's not really a good card.
No,
Sending
because
him
that
with the
was
sub.
Oh, no, yeah. You don't like an 8 there.
And I think John packs it up here and goes to the 1-3.
Yeah, he's pissed. He hasn't played anything.
Yeah,
he just
he's
got
just not
drilled.
running good at this table. I mean, he just had a guy call with king 3.
But that's, you know,
Gets there. I mean, it's
I'm-
reasonable.
Now, did
You're
Joe?
looking
Oh,
for
Joe's moving seats. I was trying to
Joe
figure out what
is
happened to
moving
Joe. He's moved. I was like, why is Joe leaving? Joe wasn't in the pot.
I don't remember if anyone. Oh, I do remember who comes. I think his name's Frank. I think.
Frank.
Frank.
I don't know. Who's
You'll
Frank?
you'll see him. I don't know if he comes right away. Am I the big blind or?
Looks like you must be because it says Tom's under the gun.
Or maybe because Joe moved.
Yeah, that's what happened. Joe moved into the thing, so he's got.
Nash is going to open this. Looks like it's 20. It's pretty standard.
Al
Al's
with an
calling.
ace rag.
Yeah.
Ace rag.
Ooh, nice,
term of the
nice.
day.
Term of the day. Ace rag. Which we're thinking ace rag is like a 6, 7, 8, or 9 because
I
there's
agree.
no straights. Ace, deuce, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5. You could
Those
wheel
are
it
rags
up.
unless
they're rags,
suited.
but better.
If they're suited, they're a lot
It's one of
better.
those things that you'd rather have ace 5 versus ace 9.
Looks
right?
like he 3-bets and doesn't call.
Nice.
Fold.
Al's kind of playing the he wants to be the new top dog, which nobody seems to realize that this is like a game of between Michael and the first couple, the first hour and a half, and then Nash just kind of turned into the new guy, and now Al wants to be the new table captain. You guys hate when there's a table captain in the table?
No.
Are you guys ever the table captain?
Yeah, when I play like 1-1 or 1-2.
50-cent dollar, you can like push
Yeah.
those
When I play with
push
my-
those rooms
Yeah.
around.
And with my friends on my pool table.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. When you're playing on a legit card table and it's with bicycle decks.
Yeah.
Nice. So I did a Kickstarter where they did like they're plastic cards, so like Copag, Chem, Gemico, nicer cards. They're durable, but they're like half the size.
Oh, here we go.
They're like cut in half.
Me and
It's
Beverly
awesome.
in a hand.
Ooh,
I
the
think-
brothers.
I'm going to guess I lose
The Nip
this
brothers
It
are
goes
in.
check, check.
I mean, you guys are kind of checking it down. Seems like not a lot of action.
Ace. And I just
Pat.
fire. Try to make it look bluffy, but
Nah,
it's a value bet.
it's a $25 bet. Brian smells what you're stepping in.
I mean,
and he's
Brian's a
gone.
gutter ball.
So I bought these cards. They're called like air decks. They're like
Yeah.
half the size of a regular one. And you're supposed to be able to like play on. It's like a travel deck.
one. Like on the airplane.
Airplane.
Or in the car.
Yeah, because
Get
I'm.
him yet?
No, I'm supposed to get them like this week. It's the kind of thing about Kickstarter is that this shit takes forever to get
Takes a
there.
while.
Yeah, it's like I bought this like 3 months ago. I forget about it by the time it gets here, and then I get a package from China, and I'm worried about what it is.
All right, we got a
3 months
straddle.
a long time to wait.
Yeah, for anything.
Yeah.
We got a straddle.
Straddle 2-4 from Ryan. He's going to mix it up with the straddle out there. King Queen from Al's
Suited.
obviously going to play.
He's probably gonna make it 35 or something.
25.
25.
25 raise I like. Brian's
35.
out. Joe's
35.
out. Pat, 10-7? Ooh, I think I would have liked you to play that one.
I'm in the small blind.
I know, it's only like...
I mean,
So
I
you
would
play like a
three-bet.
marginal hand out of position, and if he comes along, now he's playing 4 ways. So let's say they had all even equity at 25%, but Pat doesn't really get to realize all of his 25%
I'm out of
because he's out of
position.
position.
I guess.
Well, look at that.
You did flop 2
We
pair.
flopped 2 pair.
Should have played it. You're
Throwing
an
it
idiot.
out there. Throwing that out there, you flop top 2. Or no, bottom 2. Top.
That's
Nobody
from
else.
episode 1.
Bottom. So it looks like...
It should just go bet, fold, fold.
Yeah, it looked like Al bet 35. I got you. Nesh folded. Ryan really can't call with deuce 4. You obviously call. So let's say you had managed to make the call and you get to that flop. You flop bottom 2. He leads out for whatever it was, 35 or 40 bucks.
I might
Do you
check.
3-bet?
I'm check raising.
Well, I think he would have acted first because you were behind him.
No, I was
small
small blind.
Oh, you would have acted first?
Yeah, I would've
So check to Al. Al bet, and then they both folded.
And then,
all right, so you check, let him bet it, and then then fire a big 3-bet.
King 10-7 should connect with enough hands,
I could get
gutters and other
8,
draws
9.
that
That you can get a guy to call
the
once.
next 3 people should be firing a C-bet a decent portion of the time.
We got another straddle, it looks like. And that's who I'm talking about. Is that Frank? You know his name?
Frank. No, I don't know his name. He bought in for a chunk of change there, huh? It's like
I don't remember if he bought in for 500 or 800.
I got a new question for you guys. Do you ever stack in 200 stacks, or are you just a 100 stack guy? Or are you the 50 stack
Beverly
guy?
opens to 30.
Sometimes I
And
do.
Pat's got a real hand.
I 3-bet to 90.
Yeah, offsuited ace queen.
Blind money spent
Big
so
lady.
well.
Big lady?
Yeah.
Do we call it big lady?
No.
Big chick. Big chick. That's
You know
what
what?
Brandon
People
called
don't
it.
really say that. I like big slick. I don't know why that isn't.
This is what we
I
talked
talked about
after-
this.
last time.
Nobody ever says big slick anymore. It really bothers me.
I never. If anything, I stack my chips in 150 stack.
I don't.
That's crazy.
I do 200 sometimes.
200's too
yeah.
tall sometimes.
But I think you need
a lot of
you
money.
need 600 to do it. You know, you need 600.
It looks
around.
silly when you have like just one stack of 200.
Yeah.
You look like you
Sometimes
do.
it doesn't balance well, and then you're worried about knocking it over.
And then you look like a dipshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian with the 4s.
And Pat's hand's in the way again.
What do
Blocking
I got?
the camera.
Queen 9. 3-bet one time. Nope.
Brian with the 4s here is pretty
Yeah,
sweet
so-
little gig. This isn't the other.
Get some.
So this
McGavin
is
to 3-bet.
interesting. I think I call here, but like 2 orbits ago, Tom 3 bet me
With sevens.
sevens,
On the
and I
button
folded.
again. On the button.
Does that come into play when you're thinking about it the second time? Like this guy got me off a mid pair or small pair last time?
Not really. Maybe it's just like, well, he's been 3-betting me a lot. You know, some of the time it's gonna be light. Versus when it's like the first time a guy 3-bets you. You know, or sits down on the table and 3-bets you. You know,
Yeah.
is this a guy who only 3-bets with aces, or is this a guy who 3-bets pretty wide?
And he does drill an awesome flop. Oh, I thought there were 2 diamonds on the board, but no. 1 diamond, king high. You're not calling.
Yeah,
Too bad that 3 wasn't a 4. Then you got some action.
I feel like with the small pairs, I always that thought always goes through my head. You know, 3's the same thing as
Man,
a 4.
so
like-
close.
Yeah.
Can I rep the pocket 3s?
Yeah.
So where are you guys at this upcoming weekend?
So today is April 2nd. So this weekend we are at King's Hall on Friday, which is where this is being filmed at. King's Hall on Saturday, and then Tavern on the Grange on Sunday,
Tavern on the Grange.
which is
Great
4
place.
blocks from your house.
I could walk there.
Nice.
It's
Yeah. Free snacks at Pat's house.
great. Yep.
Ooh. I like Tavern on the Grange. It's turned out to be a really good spot.
Decent, yeah.
It's busy. The parking sucks, though.
Parking's not great.
Terrible.
You
But-
live there. Where can people park? Give them a little tidbit of
Nowhere.
information. Nowhere.
I've been
There's nowhere to park.
parking on the street behind LaGrange. I don't know if it's legal to park there.
It's 6th Avenue.
So, yeah, so
you can only park on one side of 6th Avenue.
yeah, you got to pay attention. I think you can park on the east side of the street, but not the west side.
West side, not the east side. Or
one of the two.
One of the other.
Yeah.
There's signs.
There's signs, because it says residential, because remember the police officer
Yeah.
came in last week, or whatever it was, 2 weeks ago?
All right, Brian with the ace-5.
An ace rag suited is the term of the day.
And Ryan.
Ooh, Ryan flops an open ender. Are you going to continuation bet here? Nah, check it up.
Oh, bink.
Now he aces it. Now you got to bet it. Ryan's check.
And there we go.
This is why you bet your ace, folks.
Yes.
He was gonna call probably.
You bet. Does he?
He's got open.
I mean, for $20, you got to see what the guy's got, but that's just unfortunate. You just go, yeah, good call. Nice. They should have bet the turn. I think that head nod right there was you saying to yourself, man, I should have bet the turn.
You are correct.
Or I should have continuation a bet. A C-bet? I should have C-bet the flop.
I think checking
he's gonna
back's
call.
okay there, but I
Yeah.
think I need to bet. If I'm checking flop, I think I should like pot the turn.
Right. Even though you can't say pot in Nolan.
You know, I played my first.
PLO?
Yeah.
How was it?
I played my first time with you about 6 months ago, but I played twice 2 weeks ago, and
Nice.
I ran like God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just everything you wanted came out?
Correct.
Aaron is the 5 seed.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Why do I think his name's Frank?
I don't know. Nash. Ooh, Ryan. Another pocket pair. Deuces.
The Ducks. And Al with 7-8 suited.
Holy heck, Batman.
Oh,
I
look
must
at
have
this ball.
straddled.
6 deuce.
I flopped a little bit.
Everyone flops something.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
the problem is you don't want to flop those.
Everyone
the deuces
flops
are pretty
something.
sweet. Ryan is literally licking his chops. Nash bets it out.
He's got a little something.
Everyone's got a piece. Al's been making some tough folds. He folded jacks in that one hand, then he folds top pair here. Surprising.
Here's a lot easier to fold. The
I
jacks
agree.
were a little.
I agree.
I mean, he put a lot of people on a lot of cards.
Terrible run out for Ryan.
Terrible run out for every. Oh, all diamonds.
And he bets.
Gross.
He's not scared.
I think you got checked to him at that point. He's trying to figure out for value. If the guy had a flush draw, you gotta imagine he's gonna bet at one of the streets there, right?
Might be able to get him to fold some weaker
Like a
diamonds.
really small
Yeah.
diamond. Yeah. True that, folks.
I need a double up. That's all I
You
gotta
do
say.
need a double up. Do you get one? Well, you're not even there, which is basically like this is the normal. Like nobody notices
No, I'm
that
there.
you're gone.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody notices that you're gone.
Well, he's getting that comp.
Oh, nice. You got to get the valet. You got to
Yeah.
get the valet ticket punched.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm
King's
done.
Hall's. I like King's Hall. It's a little weird, a little dark.
It's a little dark, but I love the swords and
The
stuff.
swords are cool. If
And
the
the
end of the
chandelier.
world comes, I'm going to King's Hall to get me a big ass sword. Tom with the little. Oh, it's not suited.
He's gonna fold.
Yeah. Aaron, got to play this one, right?
He's in the mix. Looks like he bought in for 800 or 750.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Check 8, suited from the hijacks. It's a little loose. You know, it's
It's fine though. But he opens.
I like it. I like
He
playing
opens
those
at
cards.
30, which
Yeah.
is big.
Yeah, it's
Beverly with Jack.
ooh.
Why
Jacks.
do you always have it, Brian?
And you 3-bet them. See where you are. What you're going to find out very soon is great position.
yeah.
That's why I don't like raising to 30, because
It's worth
You're just
somebody
gonna have to-
3-betting.
you're just gonna have to fold all your bad hands, and you're putting $30 out,
So you would have rather have it be a $15 bet?
or like
'Cause
20.
then the 3
Like
bets.
20 with every hand.
Right. So when you raise,
So I mean, if you have kings or Jack
Yeah.
8 or whatever, you want to move,
yeah,
make a
Betting with
consistent
right,
bet.
aces or 7 deuce doesn't matter.
Really? So that way,
Unless if you're like in late position and like
Yeah.
targeting the big blind.
You could size down a little bit,
ooh, size down.
So like let's say
or size up.
Michael
there's both.
was in the big blind and
Exactly.
you're in the.
All right, so here, Aaron got a little. I mean, he learned from his last lesson.
See,
He
now
opened
he-
for 30 with a suited kind of connector. Now he just
25.
opens for 25.
He's gonna get 3-bet again.
Is he going to get 3-bet again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. What a bad run out. You sit down, get two kind of juicy hands, and just get
And
stuck.
King Jack of Hearts is a hand in my head. I'm just not. When I make a raise, I'm trying to not get 3-bet here, because
It plays badly against
Badly.
Ace King, Kings Jacks, Ace
I'm just hoping
Jack, a
people
lot
call.
of hands that people are going to 3-bet you
But he
with.
calls, which is, I think, okay.
Yeah, I mean, see if I think at this point he's kind
You
of
have
pissed.
suited connector, or,
Right.
suited,
But you're not really
Broadway
hoping to
cards.
flop a king or jack. You're hoping to flop ace queen,
You could just
queen
get in
10,
some bad spots with
queen 9,
with a king or jack.
or a 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right, that's a great spot. Check, check.
That's just a gutter ball.
Al's got to rip it, right?
Al's got a gutter ball.
He can rip it out.
There's 300 in the pot already.
I think it's plenty to get in there. You're the aggressor. You
Yeah.
3-bet. You got 2 lip. No,
I
like a bet here.
like a small bet, like
150. Yeah.
And he goes all in? No way. No. Okay, he does not go all in. And he bets.
He bets
150.
Yeah,
150.
so half pot.
Perfect number.
And they're both
Pat
gonna
approved. Stomp. That was the seal of Pat's. Did you like that?
I did.
That was good. Did you guys know that I'm like that guy in Police Academy? Do you guys even remember Police Academy? Come on,
I know.
You've never seen
I'm
Police
scrolling
Academy?
through the movies on HBO. There's like 9 of them.
There's not. Well, there might be 9 of them.
They
There's a lot.
just look like terrible
They're great
movies.
80s movies. Like when I was a kid, we watched Police Academy, and it was hilarious.
Wayne's World is great.
Wayne's World's a great movie.
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers is a great movie. What else is a good 80s flick? While we're in the middle here, Back to the Future. You guys don't watch Back to the Future?
Is that
What's
an
your
80s
What's your favorite 80s movie?
I just
Did
Wayne's
you,
World and Blues Brothers.
I don't know.
so
I like the
pick
90s
two.
movies.
Nope, I didn't ask 90s. I asked 80s. Next week
I
we'll do
need-
90s.
I need a sheet of
This
80s
is Lodd's. What do you think his pick is going to be?
Ferris
need-
Bueller's Day Off.
I mean, that's a great movie.
Okay. That I didn't.
Fantastic.
Think. Good movie.
Any John Hughes films. It's not funny, but there was a guy who used to come to the poker events whose name was John Hughes.
Decent.
Like he's just some random dude whose name was John Hughes, but I always talked to him about the movies. And then when John Hughes died, I was like, oh, it's so
Did Al
sad.
just
I was
fold
worried about
kings,
it.
or they have a bad hand?
I
It just said he folded kings.
Yeah, I don't. That can't be right.
No.
Must be a bad card
Bad card. I got 8-4 though.
or a
I'm
bad
in.
graphic.
I'm in there. We flop a pair.
Joe's the only
Pat
flush
flops
draw.
a 4.
No,
You
Not
gonna
good.
just have
five,
the 4?
middle pair with the 6.
There's not many turns that are good.
He might have folded kings there with 3 hearts. And
No,
you in
he
there.
folded pre-flop.
That can't be right.
Maybe just with the glasses, he maybe not just saw his cards right.
I mean, that seems a little nutty.
We need a double up. We've been at the bottom all day. We need a double up. Preferably by Brian.
You want to get double up, my Brian?
Yeah,
You want to get stacked off?
Also,
How do you say that again?
stacked.
You want to get stacked.
No, I'd never want to get stacked.
You want to
You want to stack
off.
someone. You want to stack.
See, it just
someone.
sounds weird when I say I want to stack off this guy.
No off. No word off.
I just-
off.
I
You
wanna
just wanna
stack this guy.
Right.
That means I'm taking your chips and I'm going to
Yeah.
stack them.
yes.
Okay. I'm starting to learn these.
Also,
lingos.
Pat probably wants to, double up through me. 'Cause he doesn't really have to always have it. I'm not afraid to get it in there light.
Well,
Right, exactly.
go, 8-9.
8-9 off from the cutoff.
and you take it down.
Somewhat marginal hand.
Taking it down.
I don't remember the exact hand, but I loved how you played one hand against Michael. You had like Jack 8. You had a gutter ball and you just called the flop and then ripped it in on the turn for like.
That I was happy with the way I played that hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he bet flop, check turn, and I
You just
had a
ripped
gutter.
it in there.
Yeah.
Just got it in. No trouble whatsoever.
Ryan.
See, he has a lot of floats and like
Ryan
second,
makes
third
it
pairs.
30 with a straddle. Joe calls 30. Oh, here's me. What do I do here?
So how do you feel about Joe's flat with king queen suited from a?
I think it's okay. What am I gonna do here?
I would imagine you call.
Nope. We put in the 3-bet.
Really? 7-8?
So this is
I
a good,
love this.
This is a good spot for Pat to use his
Yeah.
image.
We make it 125.
And try to. And you think you're gonna get any calls here?
I would think Ryan's gonna
I mean,
call.
Ryan's
with
got to
9,
call with
9.
nines. Although you have not played very much.
So it's
You got a
95.
super hardcore.
He's getting 2-1.
You're gonna let it go.
I got 2 unders. I'm sure to win. And he folds. And I think
Wow.
Joe folds too.
Well, now Joe's like, Here's the thing.
What do you think of those folds?
I think the 9s
I
should
would
be
never
calling. And king queen should be folding.
Well, I think the way the position was, right? If the nines call, the king queen definitely calls. If the nines fold, it makes the king queen a lot easier to fold because, like,
we're up $18 on the session.
And you didn't even have to play the hand.
I didn't even have to see a flop.
Didn't even see a flop.
Should have quit then. Brian, what do you think about? Have you ever played with headphones and pulled up and?
I have, yes.
And some glasses.
I have a tough time like not fidgeting with glasses when I wear them, so I never wear glasses.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
It is difficult to see.
They do have poker glasses that, like, the lenses illuminate the light, so it's not as hard to see, but they're like $100.
I also might just, conform to peer pressure, but there is a kind of a stigma that comes with when you wear glasses at the poker table. People don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of tell people you can't go with 3 out of 3, right? You can't wear a hood and headphones and sunglasses. Like, it's too much.
I would agree.
You gotta pick and choose some parts here.
But I'll wear a hood up when it's a little chilly. A lot of poker rooms are cold.
That is true.
I always feel like I'm getting judged if I
wear your hood up.
If I wear a hood or glasses or even headphones.
I don't wear headphones. I talked to this either the first or the second time where I'll bring like a whole bag of goodies. Like I'll bring like snacks and like a spare battery and headphones, and I don't use any of it.
Next time,
and my phone dies, and I just let it die, and I don't care.
Next time you bring snacks,
Share
you're
'em?
not gonna eat. Let me know.
I always bring snacks.
Snacks are good.
Because nothing's
Tom
worse when
flopped
you're
an open-ended here, but I'm not a fan of an open-ender when you're drawing to
The second nuts.
Yeah, that's the sucker end.
Not gonna be good. Now he turns a
Because if the
pair.
Queen comes, he's just
He's
just out.
He's in trouble.
I hate drawing. We talked about that, Pat, right? Like I hate drawing to a flush when the board's paired.
Yeah.
It's why are you doing that? I hate to bet a straight when there's a flush out there. It's like you gotta.
Makes it tough. You gotta know where your opponent's
I don't mind
at.
betting out like like here, like if the Queen comes on the river. I mean, I get it. Like that's not terrible, but I don't know, you hate to hit your hand and then still not want to bet it, right? Then what are you playing the hand for?
And Tom gets Aaron to fold.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's got just middle pair, right? Aaron's kind of taking a
ball.
beating right now. He's raising, getting 3-bet every time. Flops second pair and can't hang on. Nash just kind of slowed down a little bit too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, a player like Tom, when you don't see him turn over a lot of hands, it can be sometimes difficult to have a feel for where he's at.
Like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like anytime Pat flips over cards, they just assume they're aces.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just clearly the guy's got aces.
Brian limping here under the gun.
I love the
play.
limp. I love the limp deuces.
I do not.
What do you do? 3-bet him?
You got to either raise or fold.
Yeah.
Now I know Brian has deuces in his limping range, and he probably doesn't have aces in this limping range. So
Not at this table in this situation. Probably not. No.
I think it's okay if you're playing against poor opponents, but at this game, I like raising instead. But you get off cheap, and you lose $5 here.
Maybe I could win.
Maybe if it goes, it's not getting checked around.
Queen 4, no deuces. Oh yeah, Nesh wins, takes it down.
So what is the official buy-in for this game?
2 to 1. 200 to 1,000.
200 to 1,000. And then table captain, or just 200 to 1,000?
Well, it's 1,000 or table captain, whatever's higher, right? So, like, if you start off and everybody's only got 500, you can still buy in for the max of 1.
But
However,
if you come in
at
late,
this point,
you could buy in.
Brian's got $2,700. You could theoretically buy in for $2,700. It just moves up as the game goes.
I would buy in for 27 if Brian is 2,700.
Really?
That'd probably be a rule of thumb.
Just for anyone listening.
Listening?
If Beverly has money, just buy in for whatever you have.
Right, yeah, max it out.
I'm never on lockdown. I'm always willing to
Chips
get it in there.
are
That's good.
gonna be flowing.
They're just chips. It's not real money.
I've lately not been on lockdown until I played this weekend. And I played a 5-5 game.
Really?
And those chips were on lockdown after I doubled up. Although I did lose some money. It's just bad to be on lockdown.
It's no fun.
Because then you're not playing correctly. And I seem to always say this is my last orbit, and then I get aces, like the last hand of the night. I don't know how to play them.
This is a limp. So King Deuce limping the button after a straddle is pretty bad. If you're gonna play the hand, you should just open, give yourself a chance to win pre-flop. Although he flops fairly well with King Eye Flush.
Turns a gutter ball.
Yeah.
Nesh has a gutter ball as well, but if they do hit the 3, Nesh will be winning. That's $200 in the pot.
I like Nesh's spot.
$200
Double flush draws,
and
and Ryan hits it.
So he's gonna feel good about hitting his card, but he's not gonna get paid.
I guess you're not worried about the board paired now, because what did he do? Checking on the flop, turn
Yeah.
came out. Yeah, I mean, you can safely bet it. Looks like Tom's going home.
Tom's racking up.
Yeah, I mean, his massage is over. He probably won his Chinese poker game,
Yeah.
Probably.
right? I don't think he said one word to anybody,
Nope.
which is fine.
Well, he did say last stream, he went runner for trips and lost the hand. And he flipped over his hand and was still on his phone, and then saw the pot being scooped somewhere else, and he said, "Oh, I thought I won that one." And I was like, "No, the guy had ace."
No, you didn't win that one.
They both went runner. He had king queen, the other guy had ace queen. I think it was
hilarious.
He's like, "Oh, I thought I won that one."
I wonder why he's going home. Just bricking out, or maybe he's going to Omaha. Tired of playing with you guys.
Yeah. Al with kings again.
Is it a
Not
Murphy?
folding them.
Yeah, it's nice.
Got it for Christmas.
Al with kings again. Let's see if he can play this one and he doesn't fold. He probably actually has kings because he raised this time. Nash is going to call. He calls. Flop is, 5-7-9.
Now,
Good shot.
This could be a big pot. Nash having top pair and a gutter.
He's got money in front of him, too. I keep thinking he doesn't have any, but he's got mostly green chips.
Yeah, right. He's basically 900 effective.
Pat, what are you eating there? When you're,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not in
I was
real
like, I'm
life.
not eating anything.
On the video, when you're eating your hand.
Oh, I'm eating
yeah. Polish.
Italian beef.
Yeah.
So, Brandon and Jesse one time had a bet how many times the lady at King's Hall was going to yell pierogi.
Yeah.
Lodge game. What do you think the over and under was? What
For
was the
one
action
day?
for one day? You've been there all day before. You started
85
2:30.
is a good over.
85 is a good over and under. What's your guess for over and under?
103.
Oh wow! See, she does yell it a lot. I think their over and under was like 25.
Oh,
and Jesse
definitely
booked
over.
the under,
What?
and I was like, "Are you
I'm
insane?"
taking the over there for.
I was like, "Did you
$1,000
talk to her and be like, hey, we really don't want you yelling
Okay.
pierogi," and then maybe she'll only remember half
You
the
gotta
time?
think, how many people are ordering pierogies?
Tons.
I would say over 25. Plus, if they don't come right away, she's going to say it again.
Twice.
She's
So-
at least averaging three.
So the
three
best is
pierogi.
Jesse booked the under, and she yells pierogies, and then I yelled back to her, "What?" And she goes pierogies. She says it twice, and Jesse was super mad. He was like, "That doesn't count. You can't count that one."
That was great.
I was like, "Nope."
That's great.
So I skewed the numbers. It was awesome. Brandon won by like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean
I was gonna
4:30.
say,
It was such a blowout. It was such a bad bet. It was great.
Oh, here we go.
All right, Pat's got a little niners. Nash's threes. You better just fade a 3 here and you win. Joe's
I
8-10
raised.
I
They
kinda
all
like.
limped- They all limped pre, and I raised.
And you're the small blind. King 8 Jack.
Oh, not great.
Not a great flop for. Actually, I mean, we know it's a good flop for you, but
Yeah.
did you bet it out?
I did. Looks like I bet 25.
Nash calls for no reason whatsoever.
He's probably going to bluff me this hand.
Yeah, and you're probably going to fold. Bet it, Pat. Bet it. No, check. You can't check into a madman because he gonna bet it.
I might call.
I kind of like the bet just to keep the sizing small, right? To keep the
Yeah.
pot down.
And I fold.
Gosh, Pat.
Nash got me.
So disappointed. Does it make you a little upset that you get to see that he
Yeah.
actually He just outplayed you that hand.
And it was sick because
And he
he
knew.
didn't have a draw.
And again, he used your table image against you because you're probably thinking, well, if the guy's betting into me and he knows I'm big, you know what I mean? Like,
Right, you could little leveling war on your head.
Yeah.
wow, that's insightful. I didn't know how this commentary was going to go, Brian, but I'm impressed. Leveling, that's good. Terminology's huge.
Yep.
People dig the terminology.
Poker players do like their
there
jargon.
is just tons of acronyms and wild stuff like
Double belly buster.
Yeah, like just random stuff that people say, and I'm always like, oh yeah, I know what that means. I don't know what it means.
We got 4-5. 5 ways to the
Pat
flop.
just limps in with his
We're in the
4 or
small
5.
blind,
I
yeah.
like it. You have less than 1% chance to win, which is awesome. Your odds of winning just in general have got to be really low. I mean, you don't play any hands, and when you do, you have less than 1%. You clearly cannot be a winning player.
I guarantee Pat in his head goes, this is why I don't do this.
This is why I don't play it. This is why I fold for $3.
Yeah.
Bad turn for Nash because he's probably thinking he likes the 7, and as it turns out, he's trying.
Check.
Two
I'm
to
going to
7.
say he's going to probably check.
Oh, he's fold an ace or
8 or 9.
Yeah, I forgot about the open.
He's not loving a 9.
Not loving a 9.
He's not loving a 9. Actually, no. He's
Sorry,
fine.
9's fine.
9's fine.
4's a brick.
I would hit a 4. Still less than 1% winning.
Might be a big old 0.
And Nash folds. What do you think of Joe? Brian?
I think so.
Just in general.
He plays pretty solid.
Yeah. I see him a
Plays
lot.
tight.
So it's weird. I know Joe on a personal level, so he's personal level because it kind of sounded like lover there for a second, but it wasn't. It was level.
Okay.
Personal
Can
level.
you explain what personal level?
Yeah, good call. I'm gonna continue with this. Note to self: Ken, go ahead and edit that part out if I can remember. No, so my brother and a guy that Joe hangs out with are buddies, and so like when we would go to Bears game when my brother had season tickets, we would always tailgate, and Joe was always there. So I know Joe like from just hanging out, like
Gotcha.
Drinking, and he's probably one of the only people at CCG who's ever seen me just rip roaring drunk at a Bears game, no recollection of what happened, how we got there, just it's super fun. So it's funny when I talk to him. It's it's fun. It's nice that when people come that. CCG's a big family.
Yes.
I mean, I'm stuck with you two.
And we're family,
Yes.
We're related.
Right, you guys are related.
Irish twins.
Irish twins.
Yep.
Pat's October, I'm in November.
Nice. Joe, nobody really flopped anything here but Nesh, who actually has a hand, and
He's gonna take it down.
yeah. Nobody really had anything there. Oh, Mike's in the game. I like Mike. What do you guys think of Mike? As a player, we're not going personal level here. We're going on as a player. What is Mike's table image? Because you guys got history, right? I mean, he plays at CCG a lot. He's predominantly a cash game player.
Yep.
He plays at big tournaments. He actually won the main event, or he chopped. Him and Mike chopped last year.
Like other Mike.
Other Mike.
Yeah. So, right. What's his? This is San Francisco Mike.
This is Golden State Mike.
Golden State.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
San
kind of the same
Francisco,
thing.
Golden
Kinda the same
State.
thing.
He plays solid.
Well, don't think too long. Just gut shot. What is it?
When he loses a hand, sometimes he just goes wild.
Like wild, just sloughs off a bunch of chips, or
Yeah, and verbally.
oh, nice. I don't mind that.
Yeah, no.
I probably played 20 hours with him, which is
It's a lot.
pretty good sample size, but I feel like he's always at the other table. Although I did play a huge pot with him last summer where I river set on him, and he was not a happy camper.
So he's an emotional player at times.
He is.
It's all right. I don't mind being emotional.
I feel like he's always after me, too.
I think he's after everybody's
Which
money.
is fair.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
It's in all honesty, I don't. I have a tendency to get personal vendettas. Like I mean, when I play at other, not here in Chicago, because like I'm always aware of the fact that people are going to know me in some way, shape, or form, or it'll get around to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy does this, and you shouldn't go there anymore. And I don't want to ruin customers. But like if I go to Vegas and like some guy's a total jerk, or like when I was in Texas, man, I just zone in like I'm gonna get that guy's money no matter what it costs me. I don't care if I lose $2,000. I'm going to get his money. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, sometimes they just fire a bunch of bullets and miss.
All right, Al. Bet's here with 2 overs. And
I'm in there with the 8-5 off.
Ryan's not
Ryan
gonna
just,
fold.
he's got a flush draw.
Yeah.
Paired board kind of kills that really,
No.
really small flush.
No, I'm not folding.
Let's see, Al's going to
Al's been
continue
pretty
it.
active though.
Yeah, he's been splashing around.
He's gonna bet again. Interesting.
Looks like about 40 or 50.
And Brian folds.
I just gave
Yeah,
up.
55. I mean, again, we talked about it. Who's going to call an 8 high flush on a paired board? You're just begging to just lose your money,
Yeah.
right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And speaking of going at, I probably go after Pat the most like.
Brotherly love.
That's why I want to say
brothers
that.
got to have competition.
How does that go for you?
It has not gone well.
No, you're not doing so hot.
No.
Who's older
Me.
Pat.
by some amount of time?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Well, 9 months.
9
for,
months.
Irish twins. For those of you who aren't
So I think
aware,
Irish Twins qualifies from like under a year.
Correct.
That's
right.
what it's.
Same mother.
Webster Dictionary
Yeah.
is supposed to be, because my brother and I are actually 14 months apart, and my grandmother, who's like super Irish, God rest her soul, she always said we were Irish twins, and my mom's like, well, they're not technically, and
Yeah.
she's like, it doesn't matter, you're Irish twins, forget about it. It's kind of an interesting flop.
They both got a piece.
Yep,
They
Nash
both-
has got the top
They
end of
also
it.
both don't like folding now. Aaron's not gonna fold.
No,
He's
Aaron's
got
got
the second
the
nut.
third nut. Oh no, second
Second
nut.
nut flush draw.
Yeah, because the ace and the jack are both out there. Nash is gonna bet it. Aaron's gonna call. Please don't let me.
So if a spade comes on the river, does Aaron lead? How
mean,
much, and does Nash call?
I think you have to, right? Only because if you've been check calling the whole way and the river's a flush, which it's not, so we don't have to worry about it. But I figure
But
if you
he's
don't
gonna
bet
now.
it,
He's betting now, so.
and what's he repping though? Right? Because this is what we're
Well,
supposed
so
to think
he can
about.
have.
What are
he
you
can have
repping?
flushes, yeah.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, Nash calls. Yeah, he can have a flush.
Yeah, he
oh,
can.
I
So
guess.
he can have 6-7 of spade, 6-8, or
You know, he could have any.
right.
He could have any flush.
I don't like the bet there. I would have loved the. You know what I mean?
When you have a jack, you should be checking
Right.
because you have, at least you have some
showdown value.
value. You know,
Yeah.
you could still win the hand if it goes check check.
So there's no reason to bet.
Yeah, if he just had the queen of spades and nothing, no pair.
And if Nash is going to call you with ace-8,
Yeah, it's probably
you're not going to
accurate.
get really any of his aces to fold.
I think we're doing a bomb pot here. I don't know.
It looks like it.
Yep. $15 bomb pot. Is it going to be another double board or
I
single
don't
board?
think
This
I
is a
it's-
single
I think
board.
it's single.
That's because I run with
I
a bet.
never win single board bomb pots.
Why not?
So
They're-
Pat probably under bluffs. It's safe to say, and so people
Look at it. I'm sitting this
play
one out.
the
I'm
single
eating.
board bomb pots pretty straight up
Yeah,
because there's let's say you're going 9 ways to a flop.
it's hard to bluff.
You have no information. You just kind of
Because
assume
somebody's
someone
gonna
has a
have
shot or
anything.
two
Right.
there.
You have no way to know what's going on or how it happens.
But
All
I
right,
think draws
what
are
happened
good
here? What do we
to-
got?
To bluff.
9-8-3
So no
flop.
one, right, so no one has anything.
Joe
Jack,
I mean, Joe flop middle pair.
Yeah.
And he's 52% favorite.
but you're
Yeah.
not
You're not in love with
you're not
middle
comfortable
pair.
with that at all.
No, because you have no idea what it is.
So now
Now it's
you, just,
another bad
you almost
card
have to
for-
assume someone
It's
has.
a good card for Ryan.
Yeah.
He's got a gut shot and
I like
clubs.
betting. I like betting the.
Yeah, he's gonna bet it out. $40.
I like betting.
Look at
Right,
me.
'cause he blocks 10 jack and he has.
And you still got the
yeah.
back. You still got the club. You know.
And Al. Getting a
Al's
little
just calling with a
ambitious.
straight
No, he's got a
gut shot.
and a 3.
Oh, and a
He's got
3. Jack and a 3.
I don't like this call by
No.
Mike.
Even though Mike's still calling. The third
Same
guy to
with
call,
this.
you got to be a little nervous about
I'd
something.
rather-
With the double
Look
flush
at-
board.
I'd rather
double
he raised to like
flush draw board.
170 or
Yeah.
something than call.
7's a brick city. Al wins with the 3. Somebody could easily steal it here. Ryan, bet it. Bet it, Ryan. You could get him to fold. Bet it. No. The power of betting. Now Al's going to bet.
Al might bet thinking he's bluffing.
Yeah, I love the bluff, and you get called. You're like, I can't be good. Oh, 3, it's good.
Yeah.
You going to check it? He's still thinking.
No, he should. Oh, he does.
He
check
checks it. Can't win with a 3, but he does. Mike's rolling over his ace high like it's nuts.
No, I think
Ryan
here's
realizes right now, he's like, oh man, if I'd have just fired one more
Yeah.
time,
And
one
Joe-
more bet, I get it.
Who had the king 8? Joe or Aaron or Nash?
Yeah.
Someone had an 8, but
No good.
no,
11 messages. Good God.
pretty popular there.
How many runners in the main event this weekend?
Yeah.
142.
So that's a big turnout.
It's huge.
Huge.
Huge. It's huge. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. 142 players. We had, 50 on Friday, 71 on Saturday, and then another 22 or whatever the math is come in on,
Sunday, day 2.
143, right?
How many bigs did they start with?
On
30.
Sunday, yeah, I mean, you start with 40K, and the blinds are 600, 1,200, so you do the math. My math's clearly no good.
30.
Don't get
So
on his phone.
that's pretty good.
We have
Yeah, I mean, not that there's no reason, but, I mean, there's a good reason to not do it.
33 bigs. Plenty.
Yeah. I honestly think that in that type of tournament, I like the idea of just buying it on Sunday.
It depends on how you play her.
I don't play a big stack well. I don't think I've ever played a tournament where the only time I ever had a big stack, this is funny, it was a satellite tournament where the top 18 guys get
So it
a
didn't
seat.
even matter.
So it didn't even matter. And the one guy's like, you have so many chips, you should just leave. And I was like, you know what? It's a great idea. And I just went to hung out and didn't play a single hand and literally knew that I had enough to just...
Blind out. And
Yeah, there were like 4 left to the money, 4 left to get the seat, and I was like second in chips, and I was just like, why am I sitting here? Like, all I can do is just lose. It's a weird dynamic when you're not
Yeah.
trying to win. You're just
I don't think
like,
I've ever
"Eh."
played a satellite.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't remember. It was like for... I don't remember what it was for, but it was for something.
You didn't win the main tournament.
No, God, no. I play a good short stack. That's why I like tournaments, because I feel like I like it when my decisions are easy, right? I don't like when I have to super think about it, which is probably bad for late in tournaments, but I play a good short stack. Which reminds me, we want to come up with a new tournament, because everybody gets these big, giant stacked tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So we have the stack tournament, you get 60,000 in chips, $120. We got the mini stack, $80, get you 40K in chips. I want to do like a retro stack where you get a $100 tournament for like 10K in chips. You know what I mean? Like just totally flip it and just go.
Hyper turbo.
But it's not like it's 10K in chips. The old deep stack,
Yeah.
5 years ago, which was a deep stack tournament, was like 10K. And that was considered deep. Now poker players are very spoiled with really big stack tournaments.
Well, they want to.
Everybody wants more
The people
play.
who think they're
Better.
better want more time to outplay. the
It
other
does. It
people
does
and-
make me giggle occasionally that in the main event you get 40K in chips, blinds are 100, 100, and somebody always gets knocked out in the first level. How is that possible?
Yeah.
Well, they're not thinking about that they have 300 big blinds. They're saying, I've got
Aces.
bottom
I want to
two,
play
yeah.
it. So there's that age-old question, right? Jack Deuce is not a very good flop for that Ace 5.
I think I'm gonna probably.
Oh.
No, twice. You
I'm
don't
betting
remember
that.
your own self.
I'm betting.
You are your own worst
I bet
critic.
yeah. So
Bet it now.
Oh.
Nope, counting his chips. What
Look
was
at
that?
ship it.
That's hard to tell when Brian
So,
shakes his hand like
I
that.
will
he
not.
doesn't have it.
I will. Yeah, there you go. You watched it, folks. So I do want to ask you guys that question, right? So if you're playing in the World Series main event, what is it, like the first hand, and you get aces, and there's 2 guys all in front of you? Isn't that how it goes? Something like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm not folding aces pre-flop.
Even Super Nit Pat, you
I
are
would more
getting it
like-
all in.
I would more likely fold aces on the bubble than fold aces in the first
Really?
hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
so,
you? Would you play
yeah,
that
So 2 people, all in, all in. Yeah. I'm
first hand of the World Series?
You got-
First
yeah,
hand,
you got-
main event. You put 10K in.
gun to my
Yeah.
head. I'm calling. Right.
No, there's no
can't
gun
be-
to your head. It's
No.
your choice.
Yeah,
You can do whatever you
I'm
want.
saying you'd have to put a gun to my head for me to fold.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I never fold, but I mean, I'm just not
on the
folding
bubble,
aces.
it's more. I think it's
Something you
more
might not do.
reasonable to fold.
Now, if there were, let's say you're at 9-handed table and the other 8 players went all in, and you're closing the action.
With
then-
aces?
Yeah, then you have something to think about.
Why the difference? I mean,
So-
obviously it's because you're going
so-
up against 8 hands
Yeah,
versus
so
none.
Your
but-
your favorite to win,
But your edge isn't by that much.
but you're not a favorite to win against all 8 players.
So you'd rather get...
Right, so like you have
If
like...
there's 2 all-ins and you're going up against 3 players,
right,
you're still
so
pretty heavy
right,
favorite.
you should probably have 15% to win when everyone else has like 4. But...
It's still only 15%.
Yeah.
You got to think about the field, right?
I mean, if I'm putting $10,000 in, I have to be comfortable putting $10,000 in and lose. I'm not going to let it.
Comfortable putting $10,000 in?
No, but if I am putting the $10,000
right,
in,
I got you.
I would be comfortable.
All right, looks like Ryan's packing up. He played really well. I don't know if he watched any of these commentaries, but if he does, he played a really good game. He got a couple of bad runouts.
Yeah, he got
stuck
early.
in a couple of hands where he was like in middle position and just got, bet out of the pot or whatever the case may be. But I felt like he was a pretty good player.
No, he definitely plays solid.
I don't know him.
He played pretty tight. Tight
aggressive though. I don't mind tight aggressive.
And he won that huge double board bomb pot.
He did, so I think he still won money.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Pat, under the gun. What's your range here? What are you opening with? 8-10 suited? Come on. Get in there. Oh, he's looking at chips.
Oh, I don't have aces, and we're putting money.
I love it. Just a little. Oh, 20 bucks. I like it.
Mike calls.
Deuces were in there. Mike's gonna call with deuces for a set mine.
I don't know what Nesh has, but he's coming in.
Aaron, I'm not crazy about the Jack 8. I love Nesh's Queen Jack.
What's shown there?
Queen something.
The face card is shown. It's good for me.
It is good for you.
So Queen Jack. Now you should be a little worried about Pat's under the gun open range, but that would be it's a good hand to just kind of put in a squeezed.
Are you continuing here?
To A5.
Against 3 other hands, you'd think someone had an ace. They don't.
All right, so now the turn's 2 hearts.
Two
You
hearts.
gotta get something in there, right? Don't check it again, Pat. All right, you're looking
I'm
at
not
chips.
checking. Come on.
40.
Mike
35.
might call with the gutter.
Little half-size bet.
I don't remember how this.
Mike's got to give up these deuces. All right. Aaron's
Fold.
everybody's gonna
Ship
fold.
it.
Yeah, nice.
And
you're
stuck.
back up $5.
Let's go.
All
Hourly's
right,
looking good.
hourly is huge right now. You're net like 40 cents an hour.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hey, that's
better than 90% of the players.
Probably
in the
more.
world.
At 40 cents an hour, do you consider yourself a winning player then?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a winning player.
Winning's winning.
I mean, earning's earning, even if it's 40 cents an hour. I mean, kids in Chinese factory making fake Nikes make more than 40 cents an hour.
What about the real Nikes?
I think they make a little bit more, like $1.50, triple. Aaron with a good hand, 8s. What's he open up for?
It's a
25?
straddle, and he raises to 25.
I like it. That seems to be his number that he's opening to, right?
A little small.
It's a
So
little
I think with the straddle.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot because you really should size up then, right?
Correct.
$40 or
Right, now-
something.
Yeah. So if he was going 5x.
Oh, look at that
Pat,
fold.
6s.
Look at that fold. So good.
Well, let's see if that was a good fold or a bad fold.
I don't know why I'm folding 6s there.
I like
Yeah.
Alice just splashing it around
Well,
with
do
2
you know how many chips you have?
Yeah,
505.
But Aaron only has like 200. That's
So
my reasoning.
this could be trouble.
That's my reasoning why I folded. Aaron only had 200.
Okay, so you know he's gonna get.
So like I'm
gonna
not
get
getting
it
a great price.
So what do you think?
$50
what do you
does
think
Al
of the
call?
sizing there?
He snap calls.
Oh, it's 30, not 50.
Oh, snap calls to 30.
I like betting small a little there, right? So he
So he gets called.
Yeah, and such a short stack.
Yeah.
3s, no help for
No, he turns a gutter.
Alstrand.
No, he doesn't turn the cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Al
sorry.
Strunk.
Yeah.
I like this bet 70 into 130.
And then
He's just trying to get
jams all
value.
river. Yeah, he jams every single river. Doesn't love a diamond. He'll probably check call.
But at this point, he's committed.
You're in,
yeah, I mean, you're if he calls the turn, you're betting the river. I don't know if he can call here. I mean, it's his money.
Praying he's on a flush draw.
Can you put him on a flush draw? Though? I mean, what do you put him on? Ace King of Diamonds?
I mean,
Ace Queen of Diamonds?
So I think that's
Ace
the
Jack
thing
of
where,
Diamonds,
like,
or Ace Jack, you lose.
in the lower limits, like 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 5, people underestimate the amount of just like spazzing people do, myself included. Right? It's just like,
some people just have crazy hands.
right? It's just like, I'm bored. I've been here for 5 hours. I'm getting a little stir crazy.
That's what I do.
I'm gonna get in this hand. I flopped a little bit, or maybe I flopped,
Nothing.
squadouche.
Nice, there you go.
Once you start betting, you
got to keep going.
Yeah.
right. And
Never underestimate the triple barrel bluff.
Like a lot
on
of
the
my
river,
bluffs,
right.
I like to have at least some draws with, but people could have.
which is a semi bluff.
Yeah.
So Aaron opens up for 20 this time. So you're not a fan of the 20,
Changing it
25,
up
30.
every time. I like.
Well, because then people can catch a pattern, right? Like
Yeah.
now you know
for
if
the
he-
people who are paying attention,
And it
it's-
seems like his good hands, he's been making it smaller, and his
which is the
bad-
whole point of not doing it.
Bad
Right?
hands, he's been making it bigger.
Somebody called, but we don't know who.
like there is a Greek player who plays
Joe
at
calls.
CCG a lot, who always
Oh, nice.
Where's Cub stuff?
wears a lot of cup stuff.
There you go.
Who opens to like 10, 11 a lot, and then when he is, ace jack suited plus,
Make it
jacks plus,
bigger.
he makes it 23, and people still think he has 5-6 suited because of his personality.
This is interesting. We just talked about bluffing. Joe is trying to get him off of this hand,
And
which he does.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe flopped an open ender, turn nothing, river nothing,
Yeah, Joe
and
plays.
just
Joe plays
bet
pretty
it
well.
out. Yeah.
He stacked, like I said, he stacked me at the horseshoe one day, so I need it.
You need an
back.
equal. Yeah, you got to equal
It
it
was
out
great.
there.
I was having like a great day. I was up like 800. Then I got stacked.
Why are you wearing an I voted? What did you vote for today?
Mayor of
Not
Chicago.
who you voted for. Oh, nice.
It's the runoff was today.
Yeah, I got a text. I've never voted in my life. And I
You
got a
should.
text. I
It's
got
your
a text
constitutional
today
right.
saying like I'm registered.
I'm
I
registered.
don't
to vote.
remember registering.
Why do you hate America?
Right.
It's an easy question to answer.
No, it's not. It's very difficult to answer. Al folds to 2-3. I would have liked that one. Pat, 9-3 suited on the button.
Maybe.
To a straddle?
Nope.
It's so
Mike with the ace-6 in the small blind?
the people at voter precinct as a young person get very excited that you were
You're
there.
voting?
Yeah.
That's good.
Every time
You
I
should vote.
voted, they've someone has said something about like
Good
them
job.
being happy.
Good job,
as
son.
A young
You get a pat on the back?
I did vote. Actually, I voted for the Global Poker Player of the Year.
Oh, good. Do you get a sticker for that
I
one?
voted for Jonathan Little.
Oh, my Lord.
You guys should go on there, and vote for your favorite poker. I don't know. It's like player or like person poker.
They do a bunch of stuff, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
they do
there's, like, different categories.
Best vlogger.
Exactly.
Because I know Brad Owens was all
Yeah.
butthurt that he didn't get in,
Yeah.
which is kind of
But
true.
this year he's
He got nominated for something else,
yeah
right?
he's like top 4 in whatever the one Jonathan Little in. But Jonathan Little's gonna win.
Right. Andrew Nemi is one of the vloggers that goes in. I don't know who else was in there, though. Oh, Daniel Negreanu was voted as...
Doug Pohl.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are big names.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
big names.
I think like Negrano won like vlogger last year
Negrano's
and didn't
vlog-
even have a vlog.
I know people
Well-
got upset because his vlogs really just during the World Series.
But they're so good. They're every
They
single
are.
day, and they're like
And they're
25
very-
minutes.
yeah.
And he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't edit them. Someone else edits them for him, and all that.
Wish I had that luxury.
So King 6, we're in the mix.
Pat raised.
Yeah.
No. You
Yeah.
did raise.
15.
I will say this, Pat. You definitely, most of the pots you come into, you're the aggressor.
Yeah. Oh, this is not
Big
good.
think it's
slick.
good.
This
There
is
it is.
But it's Nesh. You can't put him on something like
I'm
that.
still gonna fold King 6.
Oh, he 3-bet it, which is
Yeah.
good. Aaron's not going to call. Yeah, not enough chips. Although he did almost double up with that,
True.
whatever that was, that little pair.
Mike has 150. I think he only bought in for like 250.
Yeah. He only
Bought
bought
in
it for
short.
2 something. Is he leaving?
No.
No, I think
He switches seats.
Switching seats.
So here's a question. When I sit at a table, no matter where it is, even if I'm unhappy with my seat, I never move. It's just my own superstition that I don't like moving my seat. I don't want to
Fair.
get stacked.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't want to get stacked by a guy that was in the seat that I just left. That would really irk me.
I think I told
So
you.
do you also ask the dealers to wash the cards when you're
I
running?
don't.
that?
I never blame the dealer.
I got
I
big
never
slick.
wash. I never ask for anything, and I just figure, that's just not me. Oh, here's Pat with the
But-
ace king.
Logically, you can have right. It's not the seat; it's the right. So like,
Yeah, I
If-
guess.
what if I'd say 90% of the time when I move chairs at a table, it's because I want position on someone. Or
Yeah.
I don't.
I guess that,
or
I never think about
or
that.
I
I
Yeah.
don't want this guy on my left.
Correct. Yeah. I want to be on this person's.
Pat's
left,
going
or
to
I
continue
don't.
it.
Two
C-bet?
overs.
Do you say C-bet?
C-bet.
It's just a C-bet?
2 overs with a gutter
Gut
ball.
shot. Yeah, I like it.
It's not
Nash
gonna
is
get
obviously
through.
calling with the
Yeah.
top pair. I'm surprised he didn't raise. He's
Queen
going to
at
raise you
one
on the turn,
time?
though.
Oh, that's a
Ooh,
bad
that's a
turn.
bad card. And he checks India. Is he going to get you to bet it again?
No, I'm definitely checking,
Pat's
but I
smarter
might-
than that.
Depending on the river.
Now you
Whoa.
get 2 pair with an ace.
This is true.
So I
It's
think-
not a bad river card for
it's
you.
not great.
I mean,
You'd
we
be
know it's a
happy
bad
for
river
the
card for
check
you.
and showdown.
Yeah.
And
He
he
bets
got me.
50, and he got you again.
He got me, but
He just
I didn't
outflopped you
lose-
that time.
Yeah, I didn't play. He had the better hand.
He did. He did.
But did I tell you last time a guy once paid me $100 to move seats, and I took it, and then he stacked me 4 hands
You did.
later.
I think you did tell me that. See,
So
that's what I'm
sick,
afraid of.
So sick,
That's
but
what
I
I'm afraid of.
got $100 rebate.
That is what I'm afraid of.
Here I am
Always
with
get sevens
sevens
under
and
the
the
gun.
gun.
20? Yeah. All right. Well, Brian, you're doing what you
right.
said. You're keeping a consistent open.
Let's see if I can get a call.
Aaron with a little A7.
No,
Gosh,
sevens,
this is the
sevens
one
are
time you need a 7, but the 7s are gone. You're not getting a 7 here,
Maybe I
Brian.
could get a 6-high board. Although I don't think
and then you're worried about straights.
Yeah.
Which Nesh could be all over. Like
I bet-
deuce 4, 6,
I'm
you're
gonna
in
guess
trouble.
Aaron wins this hand.
9-9 jack.
No,
you
this-
might be able to get away with it. That's not
I'm gonna continue here.
Right there.
$30. That's about half the pot, right?
Small size, yeah.
So I don't want to
See where
see
you are.
like
You get
8-10
Aaron to
queen.
fold. Yeah, everybody folds.
Yeah, those
I mean,
are
you
bad.
did. You accomplished what you
Yeah.
wanted. You bet 30. You're either going to win the pot, or somebody's going to bet you, or even now if somebody calls, do you fire again on the turn?
Yeah, so if someone calls, the bad cards I don't want to see are 9-10 queen, king.
Straighting cards.
Yeah, the cards that they're straight and like they're somewhat natural floats.
Right.
But like a deuce peels off.
It's a good card.
That's what
It's
I
a
like to
good-
call it, a wet napkin.
Yeah.
This is a napkin comes out on the turn. Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, what?
A
Depending
wet
on how-
napkin.
how I'm
A guy in
feeling
PLO one time just yelled out. He's like, napkin, napkin, napkin. We're like, what does that mean?
Okay.
He's like, I meant like I wanted a dud. Nothing.
I always lose with ace queen.
Big chick.
Like I
Maybe
always,
you should just call it big chick, and then you won't lose.
I always lose, and I always lose a lot of money with
Oh,
it.
well, let's find
I
out.
never win with ace queen.
Nesh is in there with the 10-5
He's
suited.
definitely got me.
Brian,
If I got in there,
No.
that would have been strictly because
you were trying to get Pat
yeah.
Pat off a hand.
I just always lose the big ones with ace queen.
There you go. You flop top pair.
I'll find a way to lose it. Don't worry.
Nesh
Nesh
got
just got a good
we
shot.
Won. We won. Nice.
that. Wow, he folded.
All right, you got to be up.
So wait, so like 10-5 spades, kind of like
No, still down.
he doesn't have any backdoors, but like you flop a gutter.
Yeah. Why are you
I
calling
think-
pre?
Yeah, you gotta. I think you have to at least see a turn,
Yeah.
right? And it's not like Pat sized up really big on the
No.
flop. But
You can just put them on 2 big cards and then maybe try to finagle
just
something
put
on
it
the
in,
turn.
close your eyes and pray.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do that.
I spent a lot of time in college doing that.
Yeah.
Close my eyes, putting it in.
I'm down $37. Not bad.
Ace rag. You're not playing that much.
Not under the gun.
That's an
Aaron with an ace queen. I like it. He's gonna make it 20 or 25.
25.
25. So again, he's kind of
So
in
he's-
that
yeah,
range.
yeah.
He's still close. I mean, he's within $5. I don't
could be
mind
a big
that.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al's gonna raise. He's gonna 3-bet it.
He's making. I'm gonna guess like 80, 85.
Yeah, looks like 80.
Oh.
So kind of
Ooh,
small.
I'd
Smaller
not-
than he
Yeah.
when he's
Yeah.
been bluffing, he was going bigger.
I don't like that small. And is he out of position?
No, he's on the button.
He's
Alright,
on the
that's
button.
fine.
So
I
he's
still
got
would have
position
made
on
it
Aaron.
75.
I like it. Basically, if any big cards come out anyways, you're probably getting rid of it. Let's see what happens. I see a queen. No, it's a great flop for jacks. I thought that was a face card. He checks and Al fires.
Aaron! Just
What?
He's
ripping
gonna
it
get
in.
caught.
I mean, he's got to get called.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
there's a flush draw out there. He's,
So Al bet 75, and then Aaron check raised them all in for 216. I just don't think it's enough money to get him to fold.
So what's actually I don't hate completely. I'd like it if he had a diamond in his hand.
Some kind of
better.
backdoor
But like
draw.
I think Al is c-betting enough in his 3-bets where when he doesn't have to have a pair where
Again,
Aaron
this is
can
me
just
trying to
check
figure
raise.
out the other player's range. What can you get him to fold? 9s? Because you're not
No.
going to get him to
No,
fold
he's not
aces,
gonna
kings,
fold
queens,
any
or
pair.
jacks.
He's not folding any pair.
Yeah, I
Really?
agree. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
not
agree.
gonna fold any pair, but he'll fold over cards.
And but like he has
Or
He has 6-5 here.
Yeah.
He has.
which, in all honesty, we know Al's been playing. I don't know if he showed a lot of those hands though. So like
But he's been in the mix a lot.
yeah, just trying to get him to
I don't
fold.
understand why he hasn't snap called yet. I mean, it's a pretty easy call.
Pretty.
I mean, you have an
Pretty
over.
wet board? Is that a wet board?
That's
Yeah, you have an
that's fine.
overpair and there's a flush draw. You're just gonna
and
call.
and straight draws.
Yeah, I mean, so you're just gonna call because the other
I think he might talk himself out of this.
Aaron might have, but he he did fold the jacks on the flop last time.
Oh, he did.
So when
Screensaver
John-
keeps popping up here, guys.
So
We lose the.
But I think
He
Aaron
calls.
gets.
I mean, that's pretty normal.
yeah,
Aaron gets.
It's really not a terrible spot. I mean, no, he's 1 and 5, but I mean, he's got
He's got
overs.
2 overs.
He's got 2 shots and an ace or a queen.
He gets him to fold all of his like king queens,
just like he gets him to fold every
jack
non-pair
queens,
hand,
that sort of.
Yeah.
except like jack.
So my analysis of trying to get him to fold 9s there wasn't.
No, I
I'm
think he.
not folding 9s.
Yeah, he might fold 7s.
Thanks, Brian. I like that he made me feel better about my. Turns a 6, no
Ace.
dice. Ooh! Ah, set of jacks. Aaron's reaching.
He's reloading.
I mean, it was. I like the all. I just my feeling is he didn't have enough money to get him to fold.
No.
So it's like if the all in was 500,
Yeah,
I think he could
I
get he
think
could get away from more hands.
If he, I remember Brandon saying this in the first podcast. If he planned on check raising all in,
Why didn't he lead all?
why didn't he just lead all in?
Because it's a bigger bet, and then it's
And then he's not going. Then Al's not getting as good as the price. I mean, Al could never fold jacks there.
Right.
For 200, whatever the bet was. He's not folding. Even though the check raise looks stronger, I don't know.
Why give him a chance to
Why
check
give him a
back
chance?
and
Yeah.
realize I'd get it.
yeah. Nesh with the suited rag, ace rag suited.
Ace 8.
I think today's word of the day is
Yeah,
ace rag.
right, ace
Yeah. First episode was ace king. Second episode, oh no, big slick.
Is that going to be
Second
a recurring
episode,
segment?
yeah. This is like a recurring thing that I like to say over and over and over again. I like Mike's call here. I think it's a good spot to be in. Not a great flop.
I don't think it's great when you have $115.
Oh, that is a
That
good
is
point.
the tough.
If he had $1,000, it'd be great. It'd be better to 3-bet. But I mean, when you're that short, you gotta just
Pick
try
and
hit,
choose.
You gotta try and get a pair. And
So
then get
Right.
so he just ships it there. You know, if he's going to call with 8, I don't mind. Just getting
Turns a
it in.
6,
Yeah.
which actually Mike was ahead there. Did Mike win that hand?
Yeah.
He did. He bet it out and won. Well, that's pretty cool.
What are your thoughts about just kind of hanging in there at 150?
I think it's
Just
something
rest
that
that.
you kind of have to just do all the time, right? Meaning,
You either do it or you don't do it.
yes.
Yeah, I think he needs to. I think his plan was to come in with 250, see what he could do with it, and not top off until
You're out?
you're out.
I don't know. Sometimes that makes me nervous because it's like if you, I
you
don't know.
catch a
If
big
you get a good hand, you don't
Yeah.
get paid off.
Exactly. That's how I think of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
I
don't know.
find myself more likely just to it's $90. I'm just gonna
Splash it.
splash it in, and then it's like.
But then
well,
it should
well,
just
if
be
I-
jam it in with the 8-6 then. Or 8-6. Just jam it in. Here's Al with 9s.
right. But if I would have added, on for
He just
500,
limped in.
Yeah.
Kind of an awesome flop.
Yeah, Nesh.
Aaron flopped bottom pair and a open ender.
We're gonna see some fireworks.
Nash
here.
is probably not gonna stay. The 9s
Aaron
bet
might check
15?
raise.
No, he just calls. Nash calls. Turn to diamond. Yeah. Gives Aaron a straight.
Yeah, it's a scary card.
Scary card for everybody. Not for Al though. He bets it out.
No, it's for.
And Aaron just topped off. What did he top off for?
So he.
500.
Oh, 500. So,
So he
now
get-
he's got some chips.
Yeah, he
I
had
don't
a
like
straight.
the. I guess I like the call. I mean, there's diamonds out there. You're trying to fade another diamond. Now he's got to bet it out. Got to bet your straight. Get some value.
He'll
It's like
probably
about
get
50
called.
bucks. No, 75.
75 or 100. 75.
Can Al get away from this for 75 bucks?
I mean, he almost got away with jacks on a 10 high
Yeah,
flop.
that's
He
true.
might fold.
But Aaron is capable of bluffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's
why I
a
got-
pretty bluffy board with
that's why I
the
got
flush
stuck
draw, one card to a straight out there. I mean, you could easily get rid of it.
It's hard to fold a set, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a spot where you sometimes you just get
You're just like,
stubborn.
here's $75 if you have it.
I
You
do.
have it.
I always like if I lose, I lose.
that. Except though, like now it's also like
He's thinking about it though. I just think for the stack size for $75, it's like, meh.
75 to win 200.
Yeah, he's gonna call. I think he could have called a little earlier.
And Aaron wins.
Yeah, nice little pot for Aaron after just getting felted the hand
Yeah.
before.
Getting stacked.
I like felted.
Yeah.
I never use the term stacked. I don't know how to use it.
I like to mix it up.
Really? Good. Mike's still. Actually, Mike almost doubled up with that. That 6, that 8-6 that we
got some
we
good-
just downplayed. Like, how do you do that? And then he won
And
the
he's
pot,
straddling now. Interesting.
which is nice. Mr. Beverly, what do you got here?
Nothing.
Nothing good. 8-9 from Joe. Queen 6 suited. Nope.
I might open that if Mike doesn't only have $150.
Yeah, you gotta be
If
worried
I
about
recall, I
jam.
think he ships it in here.
Well, you
I'm
recall.
wrong. I'm just wrong, but I can't remember a hand to save my life.
I can never remember what I have.
I would have flopped a flush draw.
That would have been nice.
Darn it. And Nash has the Stacia hand, Jack 4.
Jack 4 always wins.
What's a Jack 4? Flat tire.
Or, and he won the hand. I mean, that was good.
Yeah, I was just sticking around 500 all day.
Do you remember in the whole session? You know what? Don't tell us. We're gonna find out next week.
Yeah,
so
you'll see what happens.
we'll see what
I
happens.
liked my strategy a little bit. Stick around 500. Yeah. Get in for 3 and then just
Shoot it up.
Shoot it up to 2,500.
And then put it on lockdown.
I mean,
I've been pretty card dead. I haven't been on that.
Yeah, I would agree.
I've been pretty card dead in all my hands. I don't feel like I've played any of my hands terrible, so. Yeah.
Sounds like someone's talking about golf at the table.
I do like talking about golf.
Disc
Joe's
golf.
gonna
I'm
open.
talking about disc
Disc
golf.
golf.
If anyone, the real sports disc golf. I got 4s here.
I like force.
Pat loves disc golf, fishing, and country music.
Okay, I hate country music.
You don't like country music? I mean, I don't like country music. I'm just
Absolute-
curious.
Like, I do everything country, I guess, for a Chicago suburbs
I was gonna say for a
person.
city guy, yeah.
Yeah, but I hate country music.
Once he
Rock and roll,
Once
though.
he graduates,
So it looked like
school-
Nash 3-bet here, and then you folded the 4s, which was a good fold.
And I didn't flop one. That's the worst when you get 3-bet and then you flop a set.
Yeah, it
fold.
sucks.
Pat, how soon after graduation are you moving to Kentucky?
Or Tennessee.
Okay. If I was to move, I'd move to like Wisconsin or Minnesota. I don't think I'd move south.
Why?
Weather's too nice.
Well, I don't know. I just Kentucky doesn't seem.
Doesn't seem-
I mean, it's all right. I got nothing against Kentucky.
Right?
Just- I don't-
Moonshining and stuff. You're not into any of that?
A lot of the good fishing's up north.
All right, well, we're trailing off here. We only got about 15 more minutes of time for this session of 2-5 commentary, brought to you by Chicago Charitable Games.
CCG
That was my
Poker
radio voice.
.com.
It's pretty good, right?
Pat, did you want to get your photography?
Yes,
plug-in?
yes.
Get it in.
Today's episode is sponsored by Patrick Richard Photography.
Nice.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, my
Nice.
website.
You got all 3 of them.
Yep.
We've been Snapchatting. Snapping?
Snapping.
Snapping? Is that a thing the kids say now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start snapping ace king and just hashtagging it big slick and try to bring it back.
Yeah. I would love. There's no.
Oh, Brian!
I'm definitely gonna.
Niners! You gonna 3-bet it?
This is.
No,
I
you
think
just called.
this is close.
Set mining.
I just call.
I think. Well, I think. Yeah.
That's it.
I think 3-betting here.
I found myself, I don't know, I was talking with Mike about a hand. I said, I never 3-bet 9s in my life. So then I did the other day.
And how'd it work out?
No,
Didn't
no
work out?
bueno.
You lost more?
Yeah, the guy had like aces or something. Whenever I choose to 3-bet with a hand, they always
Somebody
have
else has
aces.
got the goods?
Yeah.
But I like this spot because I haven't played a hand in a while. People like some
And
of
look
the
how much
players
dead
who
money's in there.
can be pretty loose.
I do like picking up the dead money, and it's a lot less likely that you can get Al to call here.
And now I'm heads up. If
I
he
will say,
calls- Sorry.
Brian, no, you're good. I would say that you have played really well with the 3-bet. You have 3-bet in a lot of good spots. I'll give you a compliment here. You have. Most of them were against Mike or Michael.
Yeah.
Earlier in the game, and you just nailed him to the cross every time. It was almost kind of cruel.
I had
Life's good here. Life's good.
No, it would be better if the flop was King Queen 9, because then you get paid off. But
good.
you're not getting paid off on this set. Do you check it or do you bet it?
I think
no flush draw, no straight draws. Keep them in. Keep a value bet out there. How much? 100?
I would bet like 100.
It looks like 100 or 125. Ooh, 150 is a little heavy. You're not getting called here.
But he should have some aces.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
I think I'm with you guys there. I think that makes sense to
100.
Yeah, just
A little less. Try to keep the.
Try to continue with
kind of
more
keep them
hands
in.
other than just aces. Because every turn card's great for you.
Any
checking there would be okay some of the time.
Yeah, I don't love checking.
I hate checking.
But if you have kings there, do you check?
No, I'm betting kings there.
I think you should check sometimes. I don't mind checking. If
With
you're checking kings there sometimes, then you could check your nines there.
I don't know. Jack 8 suited for Joe. Chips on the cards, which means he's got to put out a bet. No, he just calls. Aaron's getting super loose with the 7-4. Nash is notorious for this anyways. Al he's going to call for the $3 with a Dolly Parton.
Brian,
you guys call that a Dolly Parton?
9 to 5.
9 to 5?
Brian's probably going to have aces in the big blind.
Have either of you ever watched 9 to 5?
No.
I've not.
Brian checks with his ace deuce. I wouldn't mind a fold there.
I'm the big blind.
I know. I'm just saying. 9-9 deuce.
How do you flop something every hand?
You do.
I'm a luck.
Now he flops. Well, the 2-pair doesn't count because it.
No, but it got better.
Joe does have the club flush draw. Kings. Actually, king's not bad because you're basically any ace you're chopping with.
Kings
You're
are good.
hoping someone has a king.
Bet's 15. You're not getting called.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's folding a king there.
Play a small pot.
I always win the small ones, lose the big ones.
Yeah, that's what Brandon was talking about the other day. He wins 80% of his pots, but he ends up losing money because of the fact that you lose the big ones. This could be our last hand. Nah, 10 minutes left. It's not our last hand. We got a couple more. Depends on how slow you guys play. Moving those cards over. Pat, I will also give you some credit. You're not. Come on, play the 3-4 suited. Get it. Limping it. Ooh, 3 bets it.
No, we're
Nice.
just raising the 15.
Nice. Aaron's range is pretty big.
Yeah.
Mike's queen 9 with
That's
115
call.
bucks. I don't like that, but not my money. 8-9. I like the call here. Looks like Brian already folded. Ooh, Joe's with 10s. Gonna 3-bet it, right?
No, he's just gonna call.
So I think.
Think so?
He just
I mean, I guess that's what happened, but.
So I think that's again like you're worried about Pat's under the gun range, pretty strong.
Oh, I gotcha.
But like I think
You get a super tight aggressive player.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself tight aggressive or
just tight.
just tight? Tight passive?
aggressive.
Passive tight?
I'm aggressive in my hands. Oh, turn to flush draw. I remember this hand now.
I mean, you still got outs.
Yeah.
You got the second best chance to win.
Check call, I believe.
Aaron bets 40, it looks like.
Yeah.
But
I like it's a good size bet. I mean, he could just have an ace, could just have a 9. Joe's not going to play anymore. You're going to sweat the club.
but I
Do you
think,
hit it? Do you hit it?
No.
So
No.
Joe's basically with 10s is basically set money
Yeah,
if he doesn't
exactly.
raise, and I think 10s is too strong of a hand
I agree.
To not 3-bet there? Because
Yeah,
if he
because-
3-bets, he
yeah.
probably gets away with the hand.
And there's a lot of dead money in there. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
the
'Cause
only
a ton of
hand
people
he's
call.
worried about is like my hand.
And I mean, what, 4 people called 15, so
Yeah.
there's $60 in there?
And the only hand he's worried about
that
is
right?
my hand.
Yeah, besides boards that don't have a 10 or that are 9 high, he's not feeling great. And even if it's a 9 high,
Then
there's
he's in the big blind.
5-way,
Yeah.
5
So
people in
he's
the
in bad
hand.
position.
It's not going to feel great about it.
Let's see what happens here. I will give Brian a little criticism. You are on your phone a lot more than Pat. Pat, I don't think Pat has looked at his phone at all. The only time you were looking at your phone was that Laden game
Yeah.
with the calculator.
Yeah.
I'm an antsy person. I've got if you've seen me get up a lot. I like to walk around.
Yeah,
stretch.
I walk around a lot. Maybe not in this particular session, but
Right.
in general, I'm definitely like I need to take like a little stroll every hour. Or so.
I gotta refresh the Twitter feed, see what's going out in the
I find
world.
that Twitter is actually huge for poker players.
I am not on it.
You should be.
I have an account, and my last tweet was probably in like 2010.
Nice.
I'm a great follower. If Grant Snedeker or Sandra Schauffele
Are doing good?
doing good, I might tweet.
Who won this past week? Who won the match play?
Kisner.
So I found out that a guy I used to work for in college down at Old Waverly in Mississippi teaches Kevin Kisner. I didn't know that. This guy's like legit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got an awesome setup down there, and it's really cool. And I know he's had a couple of other PGA Tour players, but they were like bubble guys, right? Like guys that were like doing really good at like web.com stuff, but not really making any names for him. But for him to get Kisner, Kisner's got to be ranked. I mean, he's in the top 50. He played last week anyways because it's a World Golf.
He was just outside making the Ryder Cup last year.
Okay. That's awesome. All right, this is going to be our last hand because I think I remember this one. No, maybe not.
It's just, like when you're at the table. This might be our last hand, but let's
play another one.
Let's play another orbit.
I'm not very good at that because, like you said, Pat, where I'm like, I'm going to go on the next orbit. I'm going to go on the next orbit. I'm going to play one more. I'm going to play my big one.
And then you lose,
Yeah.
But it's nice when you win.
And then you got to get it back.
Which is tough.
Yeah, you lose those big lines, you got to get it back.
So is Mike going to make the call here with pocket fours up against...
Of course he is.
Yeah, I mean... Set-minded, right?
I
love Joe's hand.
So fours with 125, I think you just chip it in.
Ship it or fold.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be just in there.
Ace is going to scare everybody, especially Aaron with the kings. He's going to check it up.
Nesh has open under.
Nesh might actually get away with a bet here and get it through.
Aaron's going to call.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out.
Joe could call too.
He doesn't.
Aaron is mocked.
Yeah, I mean, I told you he could get it through.
With a flush draw and a straight draw, I'm calling with kings there. With,
Flush draws, yeah.
Flush draws and straight draws could be betting there. So I'm just going to call
Which he
with
did.
a king.
Yeah.
So I would be calling with a king. If it was...
And then checking the turn and seeing if a straight card or a flush comes
He
out.
has or King of Hearts too, so if a heart comes...
You still got outs.
Yeah.
Was the ace of hearts out there?
No.
Excuse me. All right, Mike, let's see if you can get a double up here.
It wasn't like they were trying to get into Ivy. Really, I saw
Mike's having trouble hitting the circle. Brian never does.
King 3 off, a little tight.
Yeah, everybody's folding on these.
Did I fold?
Aaron's in. Yeah, you folded. It's just a safe bet.
I wonder what I folded. 10 deuce. The Doyle runs.
The Doyle.
Oh, we got Mike swearing at the table.
Yeah. It's all right. I don't mind Mike swearing. 7 on the turn. Not a lot of action here. A lot of checking it down. Somebody could bet it out, which it looks like Joe did, and takes it down.
With the 5 high.
I mean, if you're on the button and it's a limped pot, and then it's checked on the flop, and then it's checked to you in the turn, you kind of obligated to bet, right? Like you just gotta bet.
You're at the bottom of the range.
Look at that. Mike has 19 big blinds.
Getting down,
I mean, in a tournament, he's really not in shove mode yet.
No.
It's close, flirting with it.
I mean, you're close, but
if
it's not quite ready yet there.
If you pick up Ace 10 suited, I think you have to ship it.
Yeah. AC Deucey? No. Pocket 5s for Joe. He just limped it in.
Yeah.
Aaron
Looks like
got...
he had 6s.
Aaron has 6 deuce.
6 deuce? Oh boy.
Oh no, 6s. My bad. I kind of like when you get to see 2 middle pairs play against each other and see kind of who's the aggressor. And I mean, Joe checks, Aaron bets, and I would have thought Joe would have folded there.
I like the peel though.
Joe is first to act, so position really comes into play here.
And Aaron was the one that raised pre-flop.
Yeah, ace really bad card for Joe.
Yeah, now you gotta fold.
Yeah. Well, the better hand won.
If only that's how it was every time.
It's not how it works, is it?
I'd be a millionaire.
What would you do? Fish more?
Yeah.
Buy cooler BMX bikes?
Yeah, I would buy a new boat, probably a new truck.
No, your truck is just fine.
I mean, I will 100% agree with you. 150,000 miles.
Does it really?
Yeah. I mean, people have cars that are like 2010s with like 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
That thing's a 97.
Especially trucks too. Trucks get a lot of, you get a lot of work trucks.
Yeah, my thing
Get
is
a lot going
I
on
don't
out
have
there.
to take good care of it, and I don't have to worry. Like,
That's good.
if like I hit something, it's okay.
You're not upset about it.
No, 'cause-
Somebody parks too close to your car. Not upset about it.
I can park as close as I want to the supermarket.
How do you feel about when people box you in?
I hate it. I am kind of a parking lot Nazi. Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
I literally find myself. I was at Walgreens a couple months ago, and a guy parked like totally on 2 spots,
Yeah,
and I was
that
just like,
makes me mad.
I literally stopped, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, well, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Dude, do you not know what those lines are for? Like, why would you park like that?" And I was nowhere near it. I had parked and was walking in, and I was just so upset. Like, why would you do that? It's
makes no sense.
So inconsiderate. It's just mean. Be considerate of other people in a parking lot.
Another thing driving it always blows my mind how oblivious people are to the other people around them.
Yeah, you should pay more attention. Today's service announcement is pay more attention when you're driving. Get off your phone. Wish Brandon was here because he did rear-end somebody while texting.
How long ago?
He's told me.
Oh, well, I mean a couple.
I saw him.
Ooh, Mike's with
while
sixes
playing
and did
poker.
not jam it in. He's got to jam it in now.
100%. You might get called.
Yeah, with Joe's other end of it, which Joe's gonna really be behind. Man, just bets 30.
I think Brandon.
You got to be super
watches
weary
TV
of a guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably does.
Tom's probably playing poker right now while driving. Still in the app.
The Chinese app. Yeah.
Sixes are golden here. Now he ships it. 71 and all in. Joe
71
might
and
call
like 100.
It looks like
with a open ender and
he's calling.
a pair. And
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
$71.
Yeah, you probably have to call here.
We got a new player, but we're gonna have to wait for him until next week. He calls. Sixes are good.
For now.
1 in 5 chance. What do you guys think?
Ace on the river.
Nah, face card.
Yeah.
Sixes are money.
Mike gets a double up.
Sixes are money. All right,
I'm stuck.
you're stuck. Ooh, 100. This is your furthest downswing.
I'm stuck 120 bucks.
Yeah, 121 to be exact.
I'm still right around peak.
Yep, you're still peaking.
Pat, do you ever get upstuck?
Oh.
What is
all the time.
upstuck?
So
This is a
I'm
good
in
turn.
for 300 in this game. Let's
Okay.
say I'm at 2.7 right now.
Right.
Let's say I lose $1,000, and I'm at 1.7 and still up 1,400.
But in your mind,
but
you're
you're
thinking
stuck.
you're
I'm
down.
not.
So
I'm
you're
down.
Upstuck.
Yeah. Right.
No, that's cool
It's
because
the
that's a
worst.
thing.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
that's
it's
definitely
okay
a
to
thing.
be upstuck because
It's
you're-
better than the alternative of
better
just
than
being
being
stuck.
Yeah.
But I hate being upstuck.
Yeah. I know I've said it like 3 times because last week we totally missed the last hand, so I'm going to give people an idea of. I think this is the last hand.
It's coming up.
Dan's a new guy. He doesn't know where to put his cards yet. There we go. Force. Ooh, this is his first hand. His first hand is going to be our last hand.
Do you think-
Michael with King 9 is going to call the 5. Beverly, Ace 8 suited.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
Ace 8
on the
suited.
button. I think I like it.
Pat, you have queens?
Do I really?
Pat, you have queens. And you raised to 40.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if I call
Dan
here.
calls. Mike calls with King 9.
Will you be
Yikes.
doing more cash game streams in the future, or do you think it'll
Yeah,
be
actually-
more tournaments?
Tournaments get more views because I feel like people feel it, like there's like a finality to
Yep.
it, right? But we are going to do a live stream, 2 5-game Thursday, the week before, or the week of Easter.
Bang! I just
Great.
smash.
Great.
Do you
flop the
smash? You
queen.
flop top pair, flush draw.
Oh, he's
Dan
gonna-
flopped a set.
Dan's gonna get paid.
Pat's check in. I mean, you don't like that flop, right?
No, I hate it.
That kind of stinks for queens. Great for fours. Great for Beverly's hand here. Brian, what are you thinking
just
right
call?
now? Are
I
you
think
like
you just
super
call.
stoked?
I like just calling.
Yeah. Don't
I'm
give away
just-
your hand.
Throwing money up in the air.
Let's see what the turn
My
is. You're pretty good for everything but a 4. Whoops. Quads checks, and you want to see a river. Get that flush card out there.
No.
No flush.
Now
no
it's
flush.
all coming back.
I
to
feel
me.
like
Yep.
you're. I feel like you're.
This is
losing
definitely
the
last
minimum
hand.
here.
This is the last
I feel
hand.
like you're losing.
Well,
the
let's find
minimum.
out. What's he bet? 100.
You could
This
just. You could just raise the
screams
flop.
to me. Screams. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me.
But it
Well,
could
so-
be missed hearts.
So it's missed hearts or
Pocket 7.
What aces
Well, pocket sevens you
Right,
lose.
so I'm losing a lot of his aces that he's betting. Right,
Yeah,
ace nine, ace
because that
ten,
3 on the
ace
river
jack.
is no good, right? If it was like a queen or a jack, you might
Yeah.
have a better chance of
Right,
chopping it
really,
with an ace.
right, a king would be a good river.
You reluctantly call,
Yeah.
and he ships over first
I
hand
feel like
clubs.
you lost the minimum. You had top pair and a flusher on the flop.
Could have been a lot worse.
Could have just been.
I like Brian's face here. Watch his face. Watch right here. This is going to close out the rest of the day, but I thought I remember. Well, that is going to do it for part 3 of our series of cash game commentary. So
Right,
join
cash game.
us next week for the last. Are you guys going to come for the last week? Maybe we'll get Brandon in here and get a little 5-way.
Yeah.
Be the best 5-way you guys ever had. All right, everybody. We will see you next week, and we'll catch you out on the tables. I
Yeah.
need a tagline.
You do.
See you at the tables. All right. Bye, everybody.